Okay. Okay, I'm gonna... Here we go, starting Fool's Gold. Okay. How's everyone doing? I hope that everyone is having a great, great Friday night. I promised you guys we'd do a Red Dead stream. I was actually planning on doing this one much earlier, but, the GTA Plus thing happened, and so I did a video reacting that, and then I also did my playthrough part, so it just took me a little bit longer, but, you know, here we are now, and, you know, we're going to be discussing the GTA Plus thing and having some fun on Red Dead. You guys can ask me any question you want. I'll try to respond to as many comments as I can. So I hope everyone is having a good Friday night. It is my favorite day of the week, Friday. I think most people can agree Friday is the best day of the week. Okay. Hey everyone, how you guys doing? But yeah, I was just you know something, it's actually probably good that I recorded that that playthrough part with Trevor at the docks before I looked at the GTA Plus thing, and it's probably good I did that because that GTA Plus thing put me in such a pissed off mood, and so I wouldn't have been in just a more joyful mood on the playthrough when but it was just I was just really annoyed, and it's just this. I think I think GTA Plus is like the final proof in the nail. It's the final nail in the coffin for Red Dead Online's death. Like it's just finally proof that Rockstar does not care at all about Red Dead Online at all. Zero.
But man, that guy got exposed to arrows. Watch out.
What the? Okay, that guy took a ridiculous amount of bolt action rifle shots.
Oh, they're nearby us. Get it before players get it.
Okay, let's go get those GTA Plus, more like GTA Minus. Yeah, Red Dead Online might be Red Dead Minus at this point.
Get on there. Oh, never mind. I tried.
Okay, there we go. Oh, come on.
Using Flammo.
I was so close to get that get.
Damn. Okay. Oh man, I'm so. Damn, I got surrounded.
Oh, there's so many of them.
Yeah, I got surrounded. They were just all over the place.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh! Damn it! Died. That was hard to get them. The players, I don't know what. This shotgun's not working.
I don't know why, I don't know why this guy was just shooting me at the side here. He doesn't get anything from it, and now he's probably gonna be even more delayed getting the armor.
I always hate this player so much.
Come on.
Yeah, we're versing a posse, definitely. The way they're grouping up, is we're versing another posse here.
I got an idea, but if I get armor, I'll go climb that tower over there.
What? Okay.
What happened?
No, it's just the dumb tree was blocking my view. It was I was getting a branch was just, it was just.
Attack me. Oh, no. Get up. Hurt. Oh, no. Come on. Oh, the rover.
Wow. Was that an explosive round that he just fired at me?
Yes.
He used the same thing as me, too.
Kill me.
Okay, that's it. Come on.
Kill the guy. We don't let him in. Quickly.
Oh my God. He wasted a lot of incendiary rounds on me there. but I was I used a tonic. But man, what a scumbag that like you're gonna use like these like explosive and incendiary rounds in this
come
mode.
on.
If you're gonna use it, I'm gonna use it back on you. But like, that should seriously be like locked in this mode. Like people should not be able to use that ammo in this mode.
I hate these players so much. Oh, there's a guy right there. Nice. I got him. I got the armor now.
How did you like that?
That was payback time. We dumb players. Is that tower over there? Find that.
Now you see, if they're not using explosive rounds on me, I'm not gonna use it on them.
Yeah, if I just want to get me up here.
Okay, got him there. Oh, thank you for the super chats, guys. Thank you, Wrangle Gaming. Thank you, guys. And thank you, Why, How, When. I'll read your super chats in just one moment, guys. I promise. I'm just,
Whoa!
I just don't want to get surrounded here.
Whoa, 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 whoa! That's close. Ah, thank you. That guy deserved that.
No problem. I think he's in the house, yeah.
Kill him.
How is he not dead?
Got him.
What? Nice.
Man, well, he took a lot of shots. There we go. Okay, I got him. Ooh. This is probably the best place to defend from is here.
Oh! Get up, get up, get up!
Damn, use explosive rounds on him. Just honestly, it's just so cheap. So cheap. I cannot stand when people use explosive rounds in this mode. Yep. I sat there, I only killed the guy with explosive rounds who killed me with it, and I did not use explosive rounds to get all my kills there.
That's how annoying players are.
Yeah, people are just so cheap. It's just...
It's annoying.
Yeah, good job, dude. This guy shot me in the back a bunch of times, but it's just, I don't know how that's gonna help him. Because he just wasted ammo on me. I was going for the armor, but... Alright.
Oh, I was great.
I got spawned a good amount away. Brandon, keep the other armor protected over there if you can, or whoever has the armor right now.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, I'm coming on over.
I'll
try to get there, but I'm probably gonna get shot before I get over there. I spawned so far away, like this spawn was ridiculous.
I was behind the tower, so the fighters won't get me there. Everyone.
Whatever.
Oh, thank God.
I think it was a draw, though. Oh, I won.
There we go.
Well, thank
Finally.
you, Why, How, When. Who's a GTA protagonist that would make, yeah, so, like, some of them were in a posse, and, like, some of them were, like, I guess, yeah. Who's a GTA protagonist that would make a good antagonist? In my opinion, Claude and vice versa, Darko. A GTA protagonist that would make a good antagonist. Well, Johnny could have been a good antagonist for like Trevor's story, but the way that they did it was just terrible. They could have done it where like Johnny was like, you know, this guy that you fight at the end in Trevor's story or something like that. But it's the way that he died in that was just terrible.
I know. Yeah,
They made him.
they should make it Angel of
Tommy
Death,
Vercetti
where
could have been an interesting antagonist also. Thank you, How. And thank you, Wrangle Gaming. I have a feeling GTA Plus will majority backfire in Rockstar because who in their right mind would buy such a ripoff? Well, there are going to be people who are going to buy it. But thank you, Wrangle Gaming. This is going to happen. And thank you, Caleb. I think GTA Plus will be the new norm for GTA Online and GTA Online 2 and maybe for Red Dead Online. I don't think Red Dead Online is going to even get anything at all at this point. But thank you, Caleb. I agree 100% pro. $500,000 a month isn't much. Yeah, it's not. And thank you, Nate. Like, $500,000, like, really think about it. You could get that from one MC business. That's it, in, like, just selling in GTA Online. So, like, you could even do a Cayo Perico heist in, like, an hour and get over $1 million. So there's, like, it's just such a ripoff. And thank you, Imperialist. Scalpers are not letting me buy the Steam deck. So disgusting. People stand in line, buy the console, and sell it sealed for triple the price. Yeah, it is disgusting, Imperialist. It's unfortunate. And thank you, Sam. I'm calling out stupid and lazy Take-Two and Rockstar games are of players and customers. Yep. Well, I think that... I do think it's good at what you're doing, but I don't think that no matter the amount of calling out that we do, I don't think it's going to change any corporate decision. However, though, I think the calling out is good because it will other people will see it. So even though it's not going to change Rockstar's mind, other people are going to watch like videos like mine and yours, and they're going to like, you know, see like, hey, this GTA Plus stuff is not worth it at all. I'm not going to get this now. And so, you know, hopefully, if my videos stop even one person from buying GTA Plus, I'm going to consider that an accomplishment then. So that's, that. Like, remember when Fallout 76 did the Fallout first thing? And, like, you know, and people were so pissed off about it. Everyone was. But, like, Rockstar does the GTA Plus thing, and there's some people that are like, oh, it's not that much money. But it's like, you know, why did Bethesda get attacked over Fallout's first, but Rockstar doesn't get the same treatment for GTA Plus? And don't get me wrong, I'm not defending Fallout first. Fallout first is a ripoff as well. But the point that I'm making is that both developers pretty much did the exact same thing.
I'll just Kroger.
Yeah, I'm gonna, my horse is being stupid. You know, the horse behavior in this game is sometimes so, like, ridiculous, like, it makes no sense. Because, like, would a horse really just, like, stop in the middle of, like, stop and just throw you off as it's getting chased? I mean, I'm trying to get the horse to run away. That's, like, what I'm trying to do, but... Oh, and thank you, thank you, bruh. Thank you for sponsoring my channel again. Can you go through the process of making the memes in your videos? Well, I just, you know, I think about the video that I'm making, and, like, I think about making a meme. I did make a meme for the video that I made today, the GTA Plus one. The unfortunate thing is it wasn't on YouTube, but it's on Twitter. So if you want to see the meme that I had planned for the video, it's on Twitter. But I couldn't put it on YouTube because of copyright, because it got flagged. It just got not a strike, but it's got copyright claimed. But just look on my YouTube channel, I mean, on my Twitter account, and you'll see I made a meme today about the GTA Plus thing. But I just, you know, I just think about, like, you know, what's the topic of the video, and I think about, like, some scenes I've seen in movies or TV shows, and I think, you know, what would be good for this. And so I thought, like, that SpongeBob one I did where, like, you know, SpongeBob is, like, overtime. I thought that one was perfect for the tan-tied pants because Rockstar's acting like they're doing so much work on Red Dead Online when in reality they're doing nothing. Like Patrick just sitting there and watching TV. Thank you, Mr. Waifu. Recently revisited the Modern Warfare 2 campaign. I did the first act in one sitting on Hardened, got under 30 seconds in the pit, stealth in the base and cliffhanger, and revisited No Rush in the darkest Call of Duty mission. That's it's a great campaign, Mr. Waifu. And hi, Tom. I will be doing a playthrough of Modern Warfare this year. So I'll be doing a playthrough of the Modern Warfare games, and you bet I will be doing cosplay on that as well. So I'll be dressing up as the Modern Warfare characters, and that'll be like an interesting one that we'll do. I'm also calling out how Take-Two CEO bosses and Rockstar bosses how lazy, greedy they are with their reputation. Yep. But I think that they don't care about their reputation at this point. They just care about money. And honestly, I'll tell you guys something. Like, the next GT Online update, whatever it is, like, it's gonna come out in the summertime. But, I'll say this. Whatever the next GT Online update is, if there are certain things that are locked behind that update because of, like, the GTA Plus thing, I'm just not gonna cover that part of the update. I'm only gonna cover the part of the update that I can do without GTA Plus. Like, it's not worth it. Like, you know, I know there's gonna be YouTubers that are gonna probably, if that was the case, there'll be probably YouTubers that'll buy GTA Plus just so that they can cover parts of the update that might have it exclusive. But, like, just for views. But, like, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna get the GTA Plus, no matter what. So it's just, not getting it. What is GTA Plus? It's just a ripoff. It's just a dumb, like, a dumb subscription service that they added, like, that they're adding on the 29th. And I'll tell you something, if people get GTA Plus, I'm already predicting what's gonna happen. So you guys can go back to this stream and just watch what I say, like, in a few days when GTA Plus comes out, because it's gonna come out in a few days. If GTA Plus, because I'm predicting this will happen, if GTA Plus has, like, a little icon on your name, so, like, when you log into GTA Online, you know, when you look at the player list, and there might be, like, you know, people's names, if there's, like, a little thing that shows, like, GTA Plus next to their name, because they might do that, where they might, like, show what players have GTA Plus and what don't. I think Fallout 76 did that, with Fallout First. If Rockstar does that with GTA Online, there are going to be people that are going to grief the people that have GTA Plus in their names. If somebody sees that somebody else has GTA Plus, there are going to be people that are going to grief them. I'm not going to grief people that have GTA Plus, and I'm not encouraging it. What I'm saying is, there are going to be people that are going to be pissed, and they are going to go after people that have GTA Plus, and they're going to blame them for, like, a Rockstar's greed. So that is, I'm telling you, that's going to happen. I'm not saying that it's right, but it's going to happen. So it's, there will be people that will do that. I can see that totally happening.
Finally.
Will you play Fallout 76? Sure. I got back into Fallout 76 recently. I haven't played it in some time. I've been trying to do, like, a Raider character, kind of, like, on that, and so I've been doing, like, a little bit of the Raider storyline, trying on that, I guess, you know, yeah, I still got a lot more to play in that game. And I think that, I don't think Fallout 76 is a bad game, but I don't think they should have released it the way they did. Like, I think that they should have released the game when it has all the updates it has now. Like, it should have been releasing now, around this time. Like, it shouldn't have been, like, released in the state that it was in. That was just not a good idea. So sad that literally every great old game is being ruined, discontinued by today. Corporation, GTA, Mafia games, except one, Saints Row 2, Godfather, Battlefield, etc. Yep. It's just, developers just don't put as much love into their games as they used to. It's just all about just monetizing these games as much as possible. Let me join you, Saucer. Yeah. I'll get in there in that session with you. Don't be surprised if Rockstar locks DLC and special bonuses into their membership. They clearly don't care since they already did it to last gen with how Workshop. Yep. We'll see.
Yeah, it's on the PlayStation 5. Yeah.
Thank you, Fernando.
Ever since that, yeah, I thought with how Special Works isn't PlayStation 4, that wasn't. It's kind of disappointing by that.
I don't even really care much for the how Special Works thing, to tell you guys the truth. I'm not much of a car guy, and so I've just never much been into that personally. Would I play Righteous Slaughter 7? Well, Righteous Slaughter is a parody off of Call of Duty, so I guess I already play Righteous Slaughter. Thank you, Mr. Waifu. I miss how game companies focus on AAA releases, and now more greedy companies are just focusing on online live service games. Yep. You know something, oh, and thank you, thank you, Kevo21. Hey, Mr. Professional, how are you, man? I don't know if you remember me or not from your last Red Dead 2 stream, but here's a question. If you were the CEO, or if Rockstar hired you, what changes would you make to GTA 5 Online? Well, thank you, Kevo21. What changes would I make to GTA Online? Well, you know, where do I start? You know, some of the things, if I had my way with GTA Online, I would do a lot of some things that would piss a lot of people off too. Like, you know, orbital cannon would be deleted from the game. I would just remove that. I would remove the orbital cannon, and I would refund everybody the money they used to upgrade the orbital cannon. I would remove the Oppressor Mark II as well from the game. I would remove the Oppressor Mark I. I'd probably take out the Deluxo out of the game. That's just a few weaponized vehicles that I'd take out of the game. I would obviously get rid of GTA Plus. I would increase the payouts on all heists. So all heists, like Cayo Perico, maybe a little bit more, but like heists, like the default heist, original heist, and Doomsday heist, I think need a payout buff because of just the fact that Cayo Perico and Casino heist are just so much better than the original heists, like Doomsday and original. Yeah, that increase increase the Arena Wars pay by 4 times. So there's
Arena
just
Wars,
do an increase in the crate sales as well. You know, just increase in pay on a lot of the businesses. So,
And probably fix their typing glitch.
Just a coin. Just a coin. Come on, please.
no, this, I remember this. You keep giving the guy coins, and then
That's good. Good day.
Alright, give it a coin.
if you keep giving him coins, though, he gives you something.
Yes.
He gives you a dead mouse. Huh.
A damn mouse.
Oh. I'm gonna die.
Will I do a playthrough of the older Assassin's Creeds? Oh yeah, I will, CJ. I don't know when I'll do it, but I will do it. I did a playthrough of Assassin's Creed 1, but I could do cosplay on the other ones too. You know how you agreed with Michael that old movies are better than movies today. Do you also think that old music is better than music today? Yeah, probably. There really isn't much new music that I can think of that I like. I'm not really even a music guy, so I wouldn't be able to name you a lot of songs. But, I don't, yeah, just generally older stuff is just better. And I mean, and don't even just look at games, or older games are better. Older music is better. Even look at electronics. Older electronics tend to hold up better than like modern electronics. Like furniture, older furniture. Like, you know, my parents have a couch in the basement in their house, and that couch was from the 1990s. That couch they had before I was even born. I was born in '94, so they've had that couch. They've had that couch for so long. And literally, that couch is like in pristine condition. It looks like it just came out of the store today, and it has never had like anything wrong with it. It holds up perfect and everything. This is a couch from the early '90s, so you know, 30 years later, and this couch is still, you know, a perfect condition. So
that beggar
but, you know,
gave me a tarot card.
Who?
The beggar that you got a rat from gave me a tarot card.
Oh, I didn't know that he can give you a tarot card. That I didn't know.
I didn't give it the coins, but he gave it. I got random coins in my collector bag.
Didn't
Kinda
Fallout
weird.
First have a glitch where you where your whole inventory, if you stored your numbers in that special locker, is only available to members? I'm not sure, Fernando. I know that Fallout 76 has had so many bugs, like, you know, the enemies wouldn't load in, textures were terrible, they lied about the detail, there was no NPCs, the servers got hacked, the dev room got hacked, it was just a disaster. What do you think of the Sopranos ending? I liked it, you know, people say that they didn't like it, but I like it because everyone can have their own opinion on what happened in the end. Would I increase pay on contact missions in GT Online? Sure, I would, Eddie. I would increase generally pay on everything. Take-Two and Rockstar is nothing but a cash grab. Yep, at this point they are, Sam.
Yeah, they only have one VIP.
Thank you, Mr. Waifu. Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops 2 have the best Call of Duty multiplayer. Modern Warfare 2 is fun but really unbalanced, while Black Ops 2 is balanced and really addicting. They filled the void Xbox 360 Halo left. I didn't play the multiplayer much in Black Ops 2, but I did play the zombies a bit. I had fun with that. But Modern Warfare 2 I played the multiplayer a lot on. Like, Modern Warfare 2 I got to 10th Prestige when I was a teenager, so I played the multiplayer a lot. I remember the trash talking in Modern Warfare 2 lobbies. Like, it's like, that's what Jimmy was like. Jimmy's a parody off of a Call of Duty trash talker player. Because that was just like, the trash talking in Modern Warfare 2 lobbies was like really out of control. Even a lot of the kids today, that when they experience trash talking on, like, you know, Vanguard and like Modern Warfare and Cold War. You know, they the trash talking today is still not as bad as the trash talking that was like on Modern Warfare 2 back in the day. Like people were crazy on Modern Warfare 2. Like
Yeah, Michael got annoyed.
Oh yeah.
Like his TV.
Yeah.
Kids these days wouldn't survive with those voice chats back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember, was it
all...
that one guy I like on YouTube, Optimus? Yeah, I like his channel. He made a video on like how kids today couldn't handle Modern Warfare 2 lobby said. I agreed with that a lot. Are my costumes tax deductible? That is a good question, Victor. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I mean, it is weird, but, I have submitted that to my accountant. My parents have helped me a little bit with that, and it is technically for my business, you know, for my YouTube. So my accountant has taken some things off, but, you know, and then I, you know, pay whatever the accountant says at the end, but...
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
If I'm alive or dead.
I mean, anything that you can use that if you can prove that you have an expense towards your business, you can really use that towards it.
Oops.
I also enjoyed Optimus's video on No Rush, and that one I didn't see. But you know, he's a good commentary channel. You know, I like him a lot. He's a good guy. I don't watch him when he talks about like the celebrities and stuff like that because I don't care about the celebrities. But I do generally watch him when he talks about like video games controversies and and other stuff, and also the Karens. He's good with that too. Hello, Logan. You should do a playthrough of Judgment. Well, a lot of people told me that if I like detective games, I should play Judgment. Was it? Oh yeah, on my Ace Attorney playthrough when I was doing Ace Attorney. I did an Ace Attorney playthrough. I did that, and I cosplayed an Ace Attorney, by the way. I did that last year. People were telling me that that I should try Judgment. That if I liked Ace Attorney, I'd like Judgment. But Judgment has a lot of fighting to it. I know that. Love the cosplay playthrough. Thank you, Blazin. Who's my favorite GTA 5 character? My favorite character in GTA 5? I don't know. Probably Franklin is probably my favorite character. Because I like how Franklin has this, like, you know, mindset that we gotta think bigger. And, you know, stop with this, you know, gang mentality. You know, there's, you know, other things that we could go into.
8 years later, he got his own business.
Yeah, and the thing is though is I don't understand like what people were talking about when because Tanisha married Franklin, but like people kept saying that it violates the GTA 5 lore because Tanisha got married at the end of GTA 5 and she broke up with Franklin. But that doesn't violate the GTA 5 lore at all. Because 8 years have passed. The contract takes place in 2021. Franklin has a beard. He's older. He has kids. So it's 8 years afterwards. And 8 years, a lot of things can happen in 8 years. So it's I don't know how people are saying it makes no sense that Tanisha married Franklin when 8 years have passed. You know, there are people who get divorced after just 1 year. So there's like, the 8 years have passed. Anything can happen in 8 years.
Why, you divorced? Oh.
Yeah, Tanisha got divorced. It's it doesn't say that on the GTA wiki, but it's pretty much like, you know, confirmed. You know, that or her husband died, but it was probably a divorce. It just probably wasn't working out. That's probably what happened.
Yeah, probably it's unknown.
Who's gonna tell Rockstar that April Fool's is still in a week? Huh. Well, yeah. Well, it's just I don't know what
I still have that.
if it was on April Fool's Day, I think people would have saw that, but yeah, this is just I left a tweet actually on Rockstar's tweet in regards to that, and I said, you know, if you have any decency left as a developer, you know, just cancel this cancel this stupid GTA Plus thing. I got an Xbox Series X. I spent months to find it. Thank you, Sam, for the super chat. I'm glad you were able to find it. It's just a lot of people aren't able to find next-gen consoles still even, you know, a year and a half later because of these stupid scalpers.
I like
start up a down
Franklin's
issue, by the way. gonna start a bounty mission here.
All about Franklin. I like him with
I
a
wish there
beard,
was an alternative GTA from a company that actually cared about their supporters. Love your GTA 5 a playthrough. Any idea what's next? Take care. Thank you, Lek45, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly. What's next is Scarface probably will be done next. I have a playthrough ready for Scarface. And I did Scarface like 2 years ago, but this time I'm gonna cosplay on Scarface, so it'll be a different playthrough. And after Scarface, it'll be Sniper Elite 3. That's what I'll do next, because I'll be getting ready for the Sniper Elite games. And yes, I will cosplay as Carl in the Sniper Elite playthrough too. By the way, I just watched your Mr. Boss parody you uploaded like 5 years ago, man. That was hilarious, but so true. Watch him upload like 70, 80 videos this week about GTA Plus. By the way, you swore a lot. What made you stop that? I don't curse a lot, you know, even privately. Like, even when I'm talking to my friends, I don't even curse a lot. You can even ask my friends. If I do sometimes say a curse, I'll say, excuse my language. But it's like, I don't even curse privately much anymore. Part of it is because of the YouTube monetization thing, because if you curse a lot, your videos do tend to get demonetized, but it's also, you know, I just want it to be more professional, and so I just try to avoid foul language if I can, and just, you know, I just don't curse, you know, a lot. Okay, this one here, 6-person bounty. Well, thank you, Kevo. Yeah, these, it's not just him, it's just, there's this... Do you want something from me? There's gonna be a bunch of clickbaiters that are going to, you know, they're gonna make tons of videos in this GTA Plus crap, and I'll tell you something, these clickbaiters are gonna buy GTA Plus. I guarantee you, the clickbaiters are gonna buy it. They're gonna buy GTA Plus, and they're gonna be like, this is what you get this month, and they're just gonna show you all the things and stuff like that, and just waste time with it. You know, I could see that happening.
Yeah, they feel so much idiots now.
But a lot of these YouTubers, they just sell out for views. That's like, you know, it's just like, you gotta ask yourself, like, you know, why don't they ever do any other game besides GTA 5, like GTA Online? They never do any other game besides that. And like, they'll constantly just clickbait the same thing. GTA 6, blah blah blah. GTA 6 leaks. It's just so stupid.
Yeah, when I see those GTA thumbnails, well, it could be. I don't trust them. I don't believe
yeah,
them.
anytime I see a thumbnail with like yellow arrows, I'm really hesitant, because it's just how much I've been clickbaited. Like, it's just
Yeah. You're not clipping. You don't never do that. You all make like walkthroughs, reviews.
How you doing? You still do grind sessions in GTA? Hi Jet, thank you for the super chat. I made a new character on GTA Online because I didn't want to lose my PS4 character, because some of my friends still play on PS4, and I've been playing on my new character. I haven't done a stream yet on him, but I kind of made like a biker character, because I've been trying to roleplay like a biker character, drive around in like a motorcycle and stuff like that, and I've just, and I already got all the MC businesses, so, you know, I still, like, you know, play privately occasionally, but, like, you know, streams, not really. I don't do much anymore. I tend to focus more on Red Dead Online. That's, like, you know, more of my priority game now. But it's, yeah, I just, Red Dead Online at the same time has just been, it's been neglected so bad. Have I ever played the original GTA and GTA 2? Thank you, T-Mac. I have when I was a little kid. I remember I played on a friend's computer, but no, I didn't really get into them, and I don't remember much of the story.
Yeah,
I played all the original, like the 3D GTAs, like GTA 3, Vice City, San Andreas, Liberty City Stories, Vice City, GTA 4, Lost and Damned, Ballad of Gay Tony, GTA 5. I played all of those, but I haven't ever played like GTA 1 and 2 in the London and
Advanced in Chinatown Wars.
Wait, what'd you say?
Yeah, I don't. There are two games that don't have voice actors.
Oh yeah, I think those games were just text, like, but it's
Yeah, I don't like that there's no voice actors in the game.
Mr. Super Chat.
Oh, thank you, Sam. Scalpers are not the only issue. Sony can't produce enough PS5s because they're still making PS4s, Xbox Series S a little easier to find than PS5. Why are they still making, like, PS4s and, like, Xbox Series X's? I'm not saying to totally stop it, but, like, you can find those pretty much everywhere, and you can find them for a good deal now. Like, I bought an Xbox, One, like, Slim, and so I could play, like, Saints Row 1, and I bought that, how much I spent, like, $135, I think I spent on it. It was on it, so it wasn't, you can find a lot of these consoles in a lot of places. It was, like, I'm trying to remember exactly how much I spent on the Xbox One. It was, like,
Walmart.
a bit over 100, but it was... Thank you, Sam. Hey, Pro. Love the rant about the stupid tan pants. What was Rockstar thinking? They will never be the same company again. They have lost the plot. Yep. I don't know what's wrong with Rockstar anymore. This is what happens when corporate greed takes over. I would like to see Angry Joe make a video about the GTA Plus, but he probably doesn't play GTA Online enough to know about what's going on, everything with that.
Who's Angry Joe?
What?
Who's Angry Joe?
You never heard of Angry Joe?
No.
Angry Joe is like the only he is like the only big like gaming YouTuber that I watch, because I don't watch I don't watch any gaming YouTubers really like that have like millions of subs, like almost none. I don't even watch PewDiePie, but it's like Angry Joe's like the only guy that I watch because he's like Angry Joe generally gives like excuse my language, a no BS like look at games. And so I'm coming. He will break down games and he'll complain about like legitimate things and he'll show you like what's wrong with the game. He's kind of funny too. But Angry Joe, I think, would be very effective at making a rant on this. YouTubers with 1 million subscribers dedicating their channels to talk about weekly events in GTA Online. Such a big waste and nonsense. Yeah, well, I thank you for the super chat, Imperialist. I don't, I'm not going to criticize people that make videos, like, talking about the weekly events, because some of my friends do that, but, I will say, though, the reason I never talk about, like, weekly events on my, like, on my YouTube channel, like, I never cover those, like, Red Dead weekly events and GTA weekly events, the reason I don't cover them is because I think it's kind of a waste of a video. Like, it's just, like, it's like an easy video to make with, like, basically for nothing, really, because... Anybody can log into the Newswire or Twitter and just like look at like what's new, like what the event is, what it is. And I don't think you really need a YouTuber to explain that to you. Like you really need a YouTuber to explain to you like what's on sale or anything like that. Like you got the whole list on the Newswire. I guess people might listen to the YouTuber to state for their opinions on things. But like that's why I don't cover like weekly events, because like it's just I personally think it's a waste of a video and it's just not necessary. Yeah, that's I did cover the Red Dead weekly event. That was like the first weekly event I covered in like a long time, and the reason I covered it was because it annoyed me with the with just the tan-tied pants. I thought it was just so stupid.
Oh, I didn't know you bought one. I bought one too.
Did I see your last super chat? Thank you, Sam.
Wagons.
Yeah, I did, about the scalpers. I saw it. I talked about it before, Sam. Thank you for the super chat. Hi, Pro. Just wanted to say hi, and I'm looking forward to seeing your future content. Talk to you later, Afina. Oh, thank you, Afina. And that Saints Row Troy video is coming out very soon. Angry Joe doesn't really play. Angry Joe doesn't really play. What is it? Some ordinary gamer, aka Mudahard, does play GT Online. He has over 3 million subs. Can't wait to hear what he say. Okay. Yeah, Angry Joe I know doesn't play like Red Dead Online and like GTA Online. He has played them before, so I bet he's a bit familiar, but he doesn't really I guess know that much in detail about what's going on. And I remember I watched him when he did a video. Angry Joe did do a video about the Save Red Dead Online thing. He did, not an entire video, like he did a video on gaming news and he covered like the Save Red Dead Online thing for like a little bit. But it was, I remember it was like a video a few weeks ago he made. It was one of his gaming news. He talked about it for a few minutes, but I didn't agree with him at all, because like, it seemed to me like from what he was saying, like he didn't really care much for Red Dead Online. It made it seem like, the fans were just, I mean, I guess, This is the way I interpreted personally his tone. It was like he made it seem like, how do I describe this? Like the fans are fighting a lost cause and there's like no point. It's like Red Dead Online doesn't make as much money, GT Online does, and so I just didn't like the way he framed that personally.
Oh,
Yeah.
very good.
There's a YouTuber named Justby. Actually made a video about clip errors.
Thoughts on next gen GTA 5? The 60 FPS is nice, but you know I don't think it's worth $40. Young Yeah has made a video about GTA Plus. Oh, well I would have to watch his video. I'm curious what he said. Do I think they're gonna be making any new DLCs for Red Dead Redemption Online? I don't know, Dylan. You know, this July it'll be 1 year since like this game has not had an update. This is the longest time ever Red Dead Online has not had an update. Like the longest time ever. And so it's just this is the first time they skipped an update. Think, would Rockstar really skip a GTA update? Would they? No, they wouldn't. So it's just this is just screwing Red Dead Online. It's just they think that they see that Red Dead Online does not make as much money, and so they're like, oh screw it, we're just gonna focus on GTA Online. But what I'll tell you something is, if Rockstar does not care for Red Dead Online anymore and isn't going to support it, then they have an obligation to tell their fans. They have an obligation to tell their fans and say, hey, listen, we're not doing any more updates on Red Dead Online, that's it, we're cutting support. Because at least Ubisoft, with Watch Dogs Legion, was at least honest about it. Ubisoft said, we're not going to make any more, you know, updates on Watch Dogs Legion, we thank you guys for your support, and that's it. But, like, with Red Dead Online, Rockstar is making it seem like they're still supporting the game, like they still have plans for updates when they really don't, and so they're basically trying to make it seem like they still care about the game when they don't, just trying to milk it as much as possible, and basically, you know, leading people down this, you know, false road. You know, people that bought Red Dead Online standalone could pretty much argue they got scammed, because they bought the standalone thinking that the game was going to get updated and more content when it hasn't.
It's been a year without an update, but think how much since the last good update.
Oh yeah, the last good update on Red Dead Online was 2.5 years ago. Damn, that was Moonshiners, December of 2019. That was the last good update. I think most people can agree Moonshiners was the last good update.
You must got the super chats.
Thank you, Sam. Mr. Krabs, good job making GTA Plus Rockstar. Yeah, I could totally see Mr. Krabs being the guy who came up with GTA Plus. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Sprawls, for sponsoring my channel. Thanks, man. And thank you, Mario.
You guys ever heard of that YouTuber named Justby?
No.
He's a
Yeah,
YouTuber.
I honestly see GTA Plus as a bit of a scam. Also, Rockstar apparently going to rebalance some vehicles used commonly in PvP in the future. I heard about that. I wonder what they'll do.
Gypsy.
Oh wait, who did you say?
Gypsy.
Oh, Gypsy.
The
I know Gypsy. I thought you said something else. No, I know Gypsy.
Yeah. He actually made a YouTube video about clip errors. But yeah, he has a point about that. I totally agree with him.
But Mario, about like you know, what vehicle is gonna get patched? I think it's obvious, the Oppressor Mark II. Now, what can Rockstar do about the Oppressor Mark II? They can do what Rockstar can do. My old suggestion, because I've had the same suggestion, which is make it so that the Oppressor Mark II can lock on to NPC vehicles and NPCs on the ground, so it can still be used during missions, but make it so it can't lock on to player vehicles anymore. If you did that, I think that would do a lot to stop Oppressor Mark II griefing, because they would have to at least manually aim, and a lot of these griefers are just so stupid that they cannot manually aim anything. So it's just they have to rely on their stupid lock-ons and just spam that, and that's how they get kills. Yeah, that's what I'll say about the Mark II. And then the thing is, though, I don't know how anybody could be against that solution that I proposed right there. Like, you would have it so it can still be used in missions, it can still lock on the player vehicles, it can still lock on the NPC vehicles, I mean. Lock on the NPCs on the ground, but it cannot lock on the player vehicles. That way, the people that grind with it are happy, because they can still use it in missions to lock on the enemies, and the people that are annoyed by it, you know, they at least don't have to worry about their vehicles getting locked on. So I don't know how anybody can oppose that solution that I proposed personally there. Hello, Pro. Came back from day 1 of training. I finished the computer training. Now I have the hands-on shadowing. It's going great. I'll be there on Wednesday. I'll see you on the stream on Wednesday, gamer. Thank you. Thank you for your super chat, man. GTA guest sir, Dark Viper AU, did you accept? Yes, and I've talked to Dark Viper AU, I talked to him recently, and yes, we will be doing a GTA GeoGuessr challenge. We'll see how that goes. But
yeah, last time was like Sonny Evans, PG, a YouTuber, I forgot his name is, like Pelican.
Would I pay for a subscription to Reddit Online if it offered Mexico and more businesses, weapons, and various extravagant items? I would rather pay for a DLC than a subscription service. If there was like a Mexico DLC or something like that, or it was like, you know, $15 or even like $20, if it was like an actual big map expansion, like a big one, then yeah, I'd pay it. But I don't know about a subscription. I'd pay for a DLC for Mexico, but not, I don't think I would pay for a subscription just to constantly go to a place. But thank you, Wiser. And thank you, Eric. Hey, Pro, I just got off work. Thanks for reading my comment on your San Andreas video. I'll be making regular comments as well. Well, thank you, Eric. Thank you for the super chat. How was work, by the way?
I'm probably gonna make a video on the first week of April.
Well, I'm not really like, you know, I'm not really much of a grinder anymore. You know, I grinded in the past, obviously, for a bunch, but I just, you know, I'm just a playthrough channel, really. That's what I am today, like a playthrough and a lore channel, lore and playthroughs. That's really what I am. You know, I do streams occasionally, but, you know, even on the Red Dead streams, we don't really grind on the Red Dead streams. We just mess around, we just have fun with that, and, you know, that's that. You know, it's mostly chill. You know, the last few weeks on the Red Dead streams have been peaceful. Before that, we had, like, you know, these stupid griefers that constantly kept joining, but, you know, we've been in private lobbies, and it's been peaceful for the most part.
Some idiots saying you're a fraud, but you're not like a fraud.
They can go back and watch any of my videos, my money guides, my streams, all of that stuff.
Okay, super chat for Bonnie.
Let's go over that hideout here.
Yeah, the clip bears will everyone.
Pro, do you know who the Republican guards are from House of Ashes? Yes, they are Iraqi army forces. Well, or Iraqi army forces before the invasion of Iraq, and I guess during it, but. Do I have Red Dead Money Guide videos? Yes. Check out my Red Dead playlists.
Did you read the one from Bonnie?
Did I do what?
There was a super chat from Bonnie.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, you missed it.
Have you seen the new game announced by the company that made the Dark Pictures The Quarry? Yeah, I saw it in the PlayStation Store, but I didn't watch any trailer for it. It's apparently some, like, it's something like Friday the 13th thing, like where some counselors are at some, like, you know, cabin place and they get attacked by a serial killer or something like that. That's apparently the new game. This is going to be a really long game. So unlike the Dark Pictures games are usually like 3-4 hours, this game is going to be like really long. Do you think a game would get away with a mission like No Russian nowadays? No, I don't, Mario. Pro, if I buy you 2077, will you play it by yourself? Well, thank you, Wolfgang, but I do appreciate it, but you know, don't buy it from me because I'm just so busy with just so many things and just doing a lot of lore videos and stuff like that. I could possibly play it one day. I do really appreciate it. But I'm just busy with a lot of things, and like a new game that I will be playing that I'm looking forward to is Sniper Elite 5. Sniper Elite 5 comes out in 2 months. That game I will be playing, and I'll do a lot of videos on that in my channel. I think Sniper Elite 5 is going to be a really good game. Rockstar has thousands of employees, 10 plus studios globally, and we're not seeing any content. What are they developing? GTA 6 is developed by 1 or 2 studios. Bully 2, Red Dead Redemption 3. What are they doing? Big projects, yeah. I don't know what they're doing, Imperialist.
Yeah, I always like the Bully 2 because we did like. They should make that Bully online.
I sent you a $5 super chat. You did earlier? Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I saw your comment earlier, Eric. I responded to it. You said you got off work and you thanked me for responding on the San Andreas video. I asked you how was work. I don't know if you heard me.
If they make Bully 2, they should make a Bully online. Where you go by your own character.
Oh, damn, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, great, whatever.
Oh! That's
probably let me turn on free aim, because that's how I usually fight free aim, and
watch out.
Free aim, okay, here we go.
I killed the guy in the...
How are you not bored of this game? There's no new content. Well, I play this game every week to raise awareness about Save Red Dead Online, and also just because so I play with my friends, and also because we have like nice chill fun streams where we can all hang out, play together and stuff like that.
As long as you get the down the target. You know what? I'm taking this guy of me.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, you know, there's two super chats.
Yeah, I'm gonna read them in one moment here. Just getting surrounded right now. These guys.
Come get away from them. Oh no! He got me.
I saw all of them. Ooh.
Take him up. Oh, great, there's more.
When am I playing for Red Dead Redemption 2 story? I don't know if I'll do another playthrough. I did a playthrough of the single player a long time ago.
Go.
But I could do a playthrough of the first games. Single player that I could do a playthrough of. Ow.
Ignore the alligator on my horse.
Gotten much better at first person mode. Yeah, I find it much easier to aim in first-person mode in free aim than, but thank you, Jake. Do you have any good reason to buy an Xbox Series X?
No.
I don't know. If there's like a game I really want to play, I might buy it. Thank you, Sam. Pro, I sent you a $5 super chat. Yeah, I saw it earlier, Eric. Did you hear me? But thank you for the super chat again, Eric. 3 super chats from you. Thank you, man. How would the media and Twitter react to a mission that is similar to No Russian nowadays? I think that the game would probably get banned in a lot of places really quickly. I don't think the game would ever get banned in America. That's one really good thing about, you know, my country, is that in my country, America, we typically don't ban a lot of games. I know that a lot of other countries, you know, they ban games like crazy. Like Australia, I know is really bad with that. Like, they ban a lot of games. Like, Germany, I think, bans a bit of games, too. France, I think, does, too. South Korea bans games a lot. Japan does, too. So there's a lot of countries that ban games, but I know America doesn't really... I can't really think of any games that are banned in America. I know there are a few rare games that are banned in America, but America doesn't really ban many games.
I don't think there's no bans in
I'll
Canada.
say that, the thing is, though, the people that kept complaining about the mission No Russian, what they don't understand about that mission is completely skippable. You don't even have to do the mission, and on top of that, that mission was to introduce Makarov as an antagonist. That whole purpose of that mission was to show you how evil and deranged Makarov was. That was the whole purpose of the No Russian mission. That was the whole purpose of the No Russian mission in Modern Warfare 2. And China bans everything. Yeah, the Chinese government bans a lot of stuff. 99.9% of games pass uncut in Australia. What was it? The Dead Rising games. I'm pretty sure the Dead Rising games are banned in Australia, aren't they, Mario? Though, but I'll have to double check on that.
Chinese government are being stupid right now. Because they ban everything. They don't understand.
Chinese government have been stupid for a very long time. It's
They don't
constant
understand.
bans, you know, but just all this
You know
stuff
what the
like.
stupidest thing is? They just banned My Little Pony. It's a kid cartoon.
Oh well, then I guess I was wrong on that, Mario.
I mean, China could really ban anything they want. They just ban things.
I'm
Yeah,
actually
it doesn't make
surprised
sense.
the Fallout games aren't banned in China. I was actually surprised by that, considering that the main antagonists in the Fallout games are communist China, which it's you know, it's after the nuclear war, but it's like, you know, the war started with communist China, and so they were antagonists. But it's I'm surprised the Fallout games aren't actually banned in China. That was actually one thing I was surprised by. Didn't China ban Winnie the Pooh? Yes, they did. They banned Winnie the
that was
Pooh.
stupid.
And that was the reason Winnie the Pooh was apparently banned in China, was because the people were making comparisons between Xi Jinping, the president of China, and Winnie the Pooh, and so Winnie the Pooh got banned because of that reason. It was a really stupid reason.
It's a kid. Winnie the Pooh it's a kids show, kids cartoon. I'm not saying.
We appreciate you. Well, thank you, Young Hebrew. Yeah, I got so pissed, like, today. Like, it was just I'm really happy that I don't know if you heard what I said earlier, Hebrew, but I said that I was really happy that I recorded, like, my playthrough of GTA 5 before I read the GTA Plus thing, because that GTA Plus thing really pissed me off, and I was just not in a good mood after that. But you know, playing this game, I see how detailed the map is, and the thing is, GTA Online is running out of stuff, you know, to put, because when you really think about it, there are so many places in GTA 5 where they have put properties, missions, and so they're running out of room to put new properties in GTA 5, and yet there's so many places that they could make DLCs in Red Dead Online, but they just don't, and so it breaks my heart because, you know, years ago, when Red Dead Online came out, like, I stood with this game. You know, I supported this game, and I stood with it, all the way. Because, what next crime game am I gonna play? I'm gonna play Scarface Imperialist. Thank you for the super chat. How old was I when I started playing M-rated games? Oh, I was like, you know, 7 or 8, Vice City. Vice City, GTA 3, I played those games. What I'll tell you is, do you guys remember, like, right when Red Dead Redemption 2 came out, there was a lot of, like, GTA 5 YouTubers that, like, started doing, like, videos on Red Dead Redemption 2. and this is like, you know, years ago. But they started doing a bunch of videos on Red Dead Redemption 2, and it felt like to me, like those people didn't really care about Red Dead Redemption, but they were only doing videos for it to get views. Because just the fact that it was a Rockstar title, and so they were hoping they knew that their audience was Rockstar Games people, and so they were hoping that they were probably going to get massive amounts of views like in GTA Online. And so a lot of these YouTubers, they did Red Dead Online like the first month that it came out. They got some views, but then afterwards, like, views on Red Dead Online just plummeted when there wasn't like anything to do in the game. And so a lot of these, like, you know, GTA 5 YouTubers, they just went right back to doing GTA 5, and they never did like Red Dead Online content again because they didn't get the views they wanted. But I stood with Red Dead Online, and I did it no matter what. Like, you can go back on my channel and look, like, you know, 3 years ago. Like, I did Red Dead Online content even when there was like there wasn't really much on the game, and I still supported it. And I wasn't getting that many views, but I still kept doing it because I enjoyed the game. And so I was really hoping that the game was going to get a lot of support and that it was going to grow like GTA Online one day. Not to be as big as GTA Online, but the fact that it was going to have a lot of updates like GTA Online. There's going to be a lot of stuff, properties all over the map, like different missions, activities, heists, possibly something like that. And it just breaks my heart that this game has just so much potential, but just constantly getting screwed because Rockstar would just rather milk a game from 2013 and re-release it constantly. So that's just what I gotta say about it. But I stood with this game since the start. But make sure you guys check out my friend Young Hebrew. He's in the chat, and he's a great commentary channel. He's new. He's gotten recently 1,000 subscribers, and does a really good job covering a lot of the Red Dead events.
How do you guys have subscribers?
Describe Scarface. How is it? Good? What's nice in it? Thank you, Imperialist. Well, Scarface is you know, the game is just, you know, amazing. It's a big open world, 2 big maps, Miami and the islands, a lot of guns. The game is pretty violent. The economy is really good in the Scarface game. Like, there's a lot of stuff to buy, and I like the drug deals in the Scarface game, so I like that activity.
You notice they banned a lot of websites in China?
The what?
Websites.
What websites?
Well, like Google, YouTube, Facebook.
Oh yeah, Google, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all of that is banned in like China.
Wow.
Thank you.
Oh my God! Is that seriously?
Yeah, you didn't know that? Yeah, Google is banned in China. YouTube is. Facebook is. Twitter is. Instagram is. What else is?
Well, that sucks and stupid.
Beast. Thank you, Beast, for the super chat. Why is SpongeBob banned in China? I could not even tell you, Sam. There's just so much stuff that's banned in China. Like it's like literally if I could name all the media in games that are banned in China, I could give you like an entire room of pages of stuff that's banned in China just because of just how much is. It's ridiculous. Thank you, Eric. Happy Friday, Pro. Hope you're doing well. Rockstar have lost their damn minds with this GTA Plus BS, but I can't really say it surprises me. It doesn't surprise me either, Eric. The Professional. I'm at the point where I don't even want to see Rockstar touch Red Dead Online in the future anymore. I said it before. Whenever they do add content, especially spend all your gold bars, it makes me sad, man. Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
Also in China, I think they have their own like Google and stuff, their own searching website.
Sorry, Pro. I was walking back home in gusting wind. Oh, okay. So I guess you didn't hear me then, Eric. It's okay. Don't worry about it. Let me just change my chair here. I'm just sitting in my chair. It's not the most comfortable one here. This is kind of my playthrough chair, but let me just change this really quick here.
Yeah, and then he stopped banning cartoons.
I don't want to kill my back.
Yeah, I don't think there's one item in Canada banned. But that could be.
Microphone here.
China bans everything.
Oh,
Oh, sorry,
do.
Suffer.
yeah, this is my more comfy chair. Here. Do you have guides for beginners? Yes, I do. I have a Reddit Online guides for beginners. Check out my video, like Reddit Online Ultimate Beginner's Guide. That'll probably help you out a bit. But yes, I do.
Yeah, I made the top 5 to make money in 2022.
China simply can't control the media like Facebook, Twitter, and others. So without their propaganda control, they rather ban it as it threats their values. You know what? I'll tell you guys something though. Even though stuff like Twitter and YouTube and Google is like banned in China, it doesn't stop the Chinese government from publishing propaganda on that directed towards Western audiences, because there are the Chinese government has their media on YouTube, so you can actually watch like Chinese media on YouTube, like they have their own channels and they're actually making money from it. They're monetized and stuff like that, even though YouTube is banned in mainland China. And what YouTube should do, honestly, is YouTube should shut down, in my opinion, all of the Chinese like media like platforms, like all of them, all the channels. They should shut them all down. Like I'm not for any kind of censorship, but like with the Chinese government, it's a bit different, because the Chinese government has banned YouTube entirely, and so why should the Chinese media be allowed to spread propaganda on YouTube if YouTube is banned? The YouTube should tell them that if you want your channels to remain on YouTube, you gotta unban YouTube in mainland China. If you don't, we're gonna shut down all your government like channels on YouTube. That's what YouTube should do, but YouTube's not gonna do it. So that's
Professional.
Yeah, they would.
I made the top 5 make money on 2022. That can help.
But I'll tell you though, there is a lot of Chinese propaganda online, a lot of it, and I have seen a lot of it. It's very frustrating. If you want to see the worst Chinese propaganda online, the worst kind, you can go on this site called Quora. Quora is like an answering site. And like on Quora, you can basically ask whatever question you want. So you can ask anything from cooking to politics to video games to whatever you want, and people will respond to you. And what happens is, go on Quora and look up anything related to the Chinese government, like any kind of question related to the Chinese government. Every single major question with like a lot of views is always pro-Chinese government like answers, like the top-rated answers are always voted, and it's always like Chinese government bots are voting. And I highly doubt that the majority of users on Quora like are so supportive of the Chinese government. It's like there's so much propaganda. Like if you ask anything about human rights or anything like that, if you ask about the Uyghurs or anything like that on Quora, it's always some kind of like propaganda remark. It's always something like, oh, that's Western propaganda, or all that. Oh no, the Chinese government is fine. All this other type of stuff that comes up all the time. They're like, oh, it's the West is making propaganda against China. Blah blah blah. This. It's like, no, it's the Chinese government that's making propaganda. It's just it's all over the place. It's honestly disgusting. And I just don't. If you want to see it, like I said, go on Quora and just look up anything related to the Chinese government, and you will see just massive amounts of ridiculous propaganda. It's all over the place.
Also, their supporters are probably bots, because Quora is probably banned as well.
Yeah, but the thing that's the crazy thing. Quora is banned in China, but even though Quora is banned in China, all of the answers are like pro Chinese government answers on there.
Yeah, Chinese government are being stupid right now. They don't understand nothing.
I'd say well done for the last job, but I really don't care.
Okay, let's see here. Let's do a delivery here.
It's your lucky day.
God.
The courier claims to have dysentery, and I have a big bag of mail that needs
How did it go from
delivering.
Reddit to
Don't
Chinese
know.
government?
At
Oh,
least you ain't
some people
spending
asked
your
me a
life
few
locked
things
behind
about
the
it,
counter
and it
looking
just,
at
I guess I
the
just started
world through a
talking
wooden
about it.
square.
Both Russia and China were laughing to the bank when they realized they could manipulate the free world from across the borders via social media, media misinformation and propaganda. A lot of regimes will like make propaganda directed towards Western audiences to try to change public view in like the West towards them. But I'll tell you though, like, there are like a lot of celebrities, like, celebrities, giant corporations that just sell out to the Chinese government, like just absolutely sell out. Like this, the NBA, for instance, basketball players, large corporations. Activision has done it, where they will not say anything against the Chinese government, because the second they do, the Chinese government will just will kick their companies out. And so these companies don't care about human rights. They just care about making money, which I understand they're a business and all, but you have to take a stance and stand on the thing that's right. Oftentimes, you have to have principle, and that's why the creators of South Park are great, because when they made that South Park episode, they knew that South Park was going to get banned in China, and they knew they were going to lose a lot of money because of that. They were going to have a lot less viewers. They were not going to have any more viewers in China, but they still did it, and they didn't care. And they literally said they didn't care. Because the South Park creators actually had principles when they made that episode. Yeah, like John Cena and LeBron James, those are two celebrities that are a joke. Like both of them, like John Cena and LeBron James, both of them have sold out to China. They have sold their souls to the Chinese government. So it's just I have no respect for both of those celebrities. I'm not denying that they're good actors and they're good basketball players, but as in terms of like them as people, I don't respect them at all.
Oh wait, I know the John Cena situation, but what happened with LeBron James?
LeBron James, there was a controversy like a few years ago where there was the protests that were going on in Hong Kong, and like LeBron James basically like went on TV and he said that the people in Hong Kong didn't know what they were protesting about. That's what LeBron James said. You can just look it up, like LeBron James China comments, and you'll see exactly what he said. But there is just that. But a lot of the NBA has very strong ties to the Chinese government, and so does parts of Hollywood. And so this is stuff that you don't hear about in the mainstream media, is stuff like that. Am I from Poland? No, my parents are. Well, I wouldn't say the country is Mario, but I would say that the government is. Yeah, the Chinese government is very racist. Just look at what they're doing to the Uyghur people.
Wait, I can't witness. Well, I did not know I could get witness in the mission.
When I play Marvel's Spider-Man, will I use the PS4 version or the PS5? PS5 version, probably. It's still sad that the best crime game of all time was discontinued because EA chose profits and greed over love and creativity. Family wasn't forever, after all. Which game are you, Which game are you talking about, Imperialist? Because when you say EA, not Saints Row, Saints Row, that was THQ,
I want to Dead or Alive.
Oh, The Godfather, is that what he's talking about? Yeah, the EA owned The Godfather, but they just said they wouldn't make a Godfather 3 game, but they can still make a Godfather 3 game one day. That still, entirely can be done. It's still sad that the best crime game, yep, that was a comment I just read from Imperialist, but thank you, Imperialist, for the super chat. Don't underestimate the other guy's greed. Yep, that's from Scarface. I think that he's a decent basketball player, Sam, but I have just no respect for him as a person after he made those comments defending the Chinese government. When am I gonna do GTA 3 Definitive Edition 100%? I will do it eventually. I still have to finish Vice City Definitive Edition 100%. I just haven't had the time to stream part 2, but, Vice City will be, Vice City is pretty easy to 100%, so we can, you know, do that, and then, you know, we'll see,
Yeah, I should do that, because the only one I did was the old GTA Vice City. Go back on that, I've completed it.
Yeah, the 100% completion on.
Pro, do I agree that there's too many World War II games? No. I don't think the problem, because I hear that all the time, people say there's too many World War II games. I don't think the problem is that there's too many World War II games. I think the problem is that that nobody makes good World War II games anymore. I think that's the problem. Steve, why don't you check out Sniper Elite 5? Sniper Elite 5 is a very different type of World War II game. It's coming out in 2 months, and I think Sniper Elite 5 is going to be so much better than Vanguard. You're a real hero, professional. Again, thank you for being kind and taking the time out of your day to help the children's hospitals in Ukraine. You're very real, my guy. I'll donate 500 soon. Well, thank you, man. Thank you, Peace Boy Rambo. Thanks, man. Yeah, it's just really horrible what's been going on over there. Hopefully, this horrible war ends soon. I said, best crime game of all times, the one with the endless amazing activities and merges The Godfather, a masterpiece left starving to death. Yeah, I mean, imagine if the Godfather games got a remake today. I think that would be pretty cool. Thank you, Imperialist, and thank you, Mr. Waifu. My favorite World War II game is Call of Duty World at War. Reznov and Roebuck are legends. I'm still really mad you got struck because you played Semper Fi. Yep. And I really would love to do a playthrough of World at War again one day today, but I'm just scared about getting striked again if I do it. So I'm just not risking it personally, but I don't know, like, why they, I got striked over playing that game. I don't know what the problem was.
I don't really history.
Is Claude a psychopath or a sociopath? He's a psychopath because he just, psychopaths have no conscience. They don't care for anybody but themselves. They're not capable of loving anyone, or, and Claude does not care about anyone. He uses people. He's a bit manipulative, even though he doesn't talk. So Claude will basically do whatever, anything, as long as he's paid. Claude is the most ruthless GTA character of all time, out of all of them. Out of all the GTA characters, even in the HD universe, Claude is the most ruthless GTA protagonist, definitely.
He's not like psychopath.
Claude's more ruthless than Trevor, definitely, 100%. You know, Claude will betray people. Trevor will never betray anyone that he works with. So it's, you know, Trevor has limits. And Trevor actually cares about some people. Trevor cares about his friends. And you know, Trevor also cares deeply about Michael's kids. I don't think that's one thing that people realize. Like, Trevor really does care deeply about Jimmy and, like, Tracy. And, like, and if somebody ever hurt, like, Jimmy or Tracy, Trevor would probably brutally kill them. So that's, like, you know, Claude is definitely the most ruthless character, I would say.
Trevor, killing kids is Trevor Styles.
Let me go check on my moonshine business. I should probably check that out.
What about Trevor? Killing kids isn't Trevor Styles. I mean, that it's the things he doesn't do. Yeah, in the final mission, if you kill Trevor, Michael says Trevor wants to kill Michael and his family, but Trevor doesn't like that.
Trevor would have probably eventually killed Michael if Franklin would not have gotten involved, and that was because Michael had betrayed him. But the thing is, though, is that the reason that Trevor refuses to help Franklin, if Franklin decides to betray Michael and he calls up Trevor, the reason Trevor refuses to help Franklin is because he despises traitors. So even though he wanted Michael dead, he really hated the fact that that Franklin had just betrayed Michael, and so that's why he refused to participate in that.
Yeah, he's
Drank
not like a traitor.
strong moonshine, okay. Change decor, drunken player interaction, okay. That was easy. And I just changed the decor.
Good to see you.
Yeah, killing kids.
Yes, he did,
Is
Kevin.
like
If you play as Trevor and you actually hang out with Jimmy, because Jimmy and Trevor can hang out, Trevor will actually refuse to take Jimmy to bars. He refuses to let Jimmy drink. So Trevor actually does care deeply about about Michael's kids. I don't think Michael even realizes how much Trevor cares about his kids.
Yeah, Trevor, he's not a cold killer, but he doesn't kill kids like that.
The reason Trevor cares so much about Michael's kids is because Michael's kids grew up with him. So remember that Trevor knew Michael's kids, like, you know, ever since they were born for so many years. And so, like, how old was, like, they had to have been, like, you know, around 9 or 8 years old when he saw them last. But he, you know, he knew those kids. And
when
so
he said that little girl was sitting on my lap when she was 2 years old.
Imagine Trevor meeting Dr. Friedlander. Yeah, that would be pretty interesting.
Yeah, Trevor's nickname is Tony. People call him that.
Yeah, and I think that Franklin should have definitely had like more of a gang storyline, because, like, do you guys remember that first trailer with, like, Franklin, like the GTA 5 story trailer back in, like, 2013? Remember how, like, the Franklin story trailer, it was like, you saw, like, a bunch of, like, you know, gang fights, like Franklin and Lamar just shooting a bunch of ballas in, like, the trailer. And so the trailer made it seem like Franklin was gonna have, like, this big Grove Street storyline, but he didn't. You know, there was a few gang missions, but they weren't big at all. And so I think the gang storyline in San Andreas was, like, so much better than the gang storyline in, like, in GTA 5. And I know that GTA 5, you know, had 2 other characters, but you also got to remember that in San Andreas, the gang storyline was only part of the game. You had the San Fierro storyline, you had the countryside storyline, you had the desert storyline, and the Las Venturas storyline. So the gang storyline was only part of it, but the gang storyline was just still so much better than the GTA 5 gang storyline.
If they make new GJ, they should make DLCs, not online DLC, but store DLC.
Are you guys in an invite-only session? Is there any room? Yes, there's room, Chaz. If you want to join, just let me know when you're online, and or are you already online? And I could probably invite you.
If they make a new GJ, they should make a DLC, not like online DLC, but a store DLC with two different characters. Just like GTA 4 did.
Okay.
Chat is online, so you can...
It's kind of weird how they brought back the original PlayStation parties, like,
I actually like that.
See me. How goes it?
Hey, what's up, man?
Not much.
You can really see saying that you missed some super chat.
Damn.
Oh.
There we go. Easy mission done there. Okay, I'm gonna go and sell my moonshine then.
That's awesome. Do you have a machete?
You missed my last 2 super chats. I did, Imperialist. I apologize. Can't wait for remastered GTA 5 expanded and enhanced definitive edition. Well, it might be called expanded and enhanced you know, 2 times. But they dropped that stupid expanded and enhanced title because Rockstar probably dropped that, possibly, I don't know, possibly because of more bad press or even lawsuits, because when it says expanded, it makes it seem like there's going to be more to the map or something like that, but in reality, there's nothing different there.
Whoa!
Best remake ever? I think it's Mafia 1 Definitive Edition. Yeah, I think so. I think Mafia 1 Definitive Edition probably best remake. The Destroy All Humans remake was pretty good too. There's gonna be a second remake of that. The Modern Warfare remake was pretty good as well. The remastered Modern Warfare.
This patch is perfect. We can ship it whenever you like. I have some ideas.
Alright, that just landed.
Alors, this batch is perfect. Now we must go. But I must warn you, we can afford no mistakes.
Oh, who's more dangerous, Claude, Tony, Nico, Trevor, or James Earl? Who's that last one?
He's the assassin who killed Martin Luther King Jr.
I will say that that's a weird one to put in the end, but Claude is the most dangerous GTA protagonist.
Yes.
Oh, James Earl Cash from Manhunt. Oh, from Manhunt. Oh, okay.
I thought you meant that James Earl.
Oh.
You can tell it's been a while since I played, since I had my winter outfit on.
I like that Trump said, Manifesto. Manifesto says, deliver here.
Yeah, Trevor says that.
It's funny. Manifesto, he says...
Do you know about the human rights violations in Middle Eastern nations? There's a lot of Middle Eastern nations that have different... Some have, you know, much worse human rights violations than others, but there's a lot of human rights violations. Thank you for the super chat, Mario. Why do I still call exclusives stupid and garbage? Because, Sam, I don't think really exclusives really have, like, a place in, like, modern gaming. I think everybody should be able to play whatever they want on whatever system. And thank you, Mr. Waifu. Grand Theft Auto 5 episodes from The Lost Opportunities and The Ballad of the Oppressor Mark II. Los Santos Stories Expanded and Enhanced Definitive Edition coming to the Xbox 2160 and PSA. Well, that would be a really long game to describe in the title alone, Mr. Waifu. I guess I'll go this way here. Love the Ken Rosenberg video. Am I planning more GTA lore videos? I am planning. It just my Ken Rosenberg video got demonetized, so that video that has no ads on it. I'm not making any money on that one. I'm fighting the claim for Rockstar, but you know I didn't want to delete that because you know I had really 2 choices. I could have you know put up the Ken Rosenberg video with ads, but then I wouldn't have had the GTA San Andreas intro cutscenes, and I thought, you know, that wouldn't make sense because if I'm trying to explain the lore for the character, I have to have the introduction cutscenes because that's what got copyright claimed. And so it's just, I decided to put it up, demonetized, instead of just, you know, putting up just, you know, part of a video. So it just, you know, that's what I, How did that get demonetized? Because Take-Two Interactive did a copyright claim on the GTA introduction cutscenes.
Hold up. Roll back your head. You gotta slow down. Put our guns up. Okay?
Oh crap, okay.
Well, that was instant. Alright.
That was quick. Oh, sorry.
Ow.
Sorry for that, dude. I tried to lock on it. Maybe everybody locked onto you.
Okay, here we go. Ooh.
Imagine using lock on. Oh wait, you're on a wagon, so that's acceptable, I guess.
No.
Oh, more behind. I got him.
Alright.
Do I feel betrayed by Rockstar considering it was one of my childhood game companies? Yes, I do. I feel, not only do I feel betrayed, I feel hurt.
My disappointment is immeasurable. My days.
Imagine, yeah, if it's make a DLC, they should put a PlayStation 4.
If you're a Red Dead Online player, you're probably even more hurt than just being just a GTA player. If you play both GTA and Red Dead, you're probably hurt the most.
Yeah.
Because it's just this game, I had so much hope in this game and so much faith in it, and I did so much content on my channel, and it just breaks my heart because, like, years ago, I was really hoping that I would be able to do a really good Red Dead channel. Like, I really wanted to do Red Dead content on this channel, and I did do a lot of Red Dead content, and some of my Red Dead content has been very successful, don't get me wrong, but I really wanted to be able to, like, cover a lot of updates on Red Dead at night, and I thought that I'd be able to, like, you know, do content on this game for so many years, but, you know, just, I thought this game was going to get the same type of support that GTA Online did, and so I guess I was naive in thinking that. But, you know, this game had so much opportunity, and it just constantly kept getting screwed by Rockstar. And this is what we get: GTA Definitive Edition or Disaster Edition with so many glitches. You know, we get this GTA expanded and enhanced for GTA 5 now. And now we get the stupid GTA Plus thing.
I don't mean to cut you off. Your posse's full, and I can't join.
Okay, I'll invite you. But this is what Red Dead Online has been screwed for GTA Plus.
How was that?
I don't know, but I thought I smelled a card.
Yeah, bro. Look my gun. Revolvers. Look my revolvers are here. That's the same revolver you got.
I have the Navy revolver and the Cattleman. Oh, Timmy, we're doing a Red Dead stream if you want to join.
I got Lamat. Right, I'm at
Hey, Timmy.
revolver. I'm gonna say.
You know, I haven't booted Red Dead in a long time.
Because it's useless and unnecessary, Comrade Cowpoke. Do you think Michael will return in GTA Online? Yeah. If Michael returns in GTA Online, he'll probably return in a film studio business. That's probably what he'll return in. There'll probably be a business related to the film studio. Something with the film studio. There'll probably be you purchase an office at the film studio. That's probably what it'll be. And
you know, that reminds me. There were the Solomon Richard missions. I completely forgot about it. I've never played them.
Yeah, so Michael could definitely come back in that.
Not here online. Where's the? I'll stop the guy. I save you. Get out of here.
I'm playing Red Dead Online now, and what Rockstar is doing, it feels like a punch in... Yeah. Yeah, it is, Mr. Frog.
I missed. Never mind.
It just really hurts. This game
I
has been betrayed so badly. Who would I say is my least favorite character in The Sopranos? You mean the person character that I really didn't like the most? I probably didn't like Ralph the most in The Sopranos. I still think Ralph was like the guy who played Ralph was a great actor. And I think, like, you know, the whole purpose of that character was made for you to hate him. But out of all the characters, I hated Ralph the most in The Sopranos. That was the one I hated the most. Yeah, Ralph was like just, you know.
Yeah, he did not care about the horse.
It wasn't just. But I'm not just about the horse. Like, look at what he did. Look at what he did to Tracy. Like, that was just, you know, when he killed, like, you know, he killed the stripper. That was just, you know, that scene was just, you know, brutal. It was just, you know, that guy was just, and the thing is though, is like he was like, you know, just, I don't know how somebody like that sleeps at night, like that guy. And there's people like Ralph in real life. Like, it was just that guy, and it honestly, like, you know, when
he deserves to die.
Well, yeah, what Tony did to him, he deserved that. So that was just,
Wasn't Ralph's actor the same one who voices Luigi in GTA 3?
Yes, the guy who did Ralph voiced Luigi in GTA 3 also. Can you please invite me, PSN Scottish? Do I have you added, Calum? I don't think. Do I have you added, Calum? I don't play Red Dead Online, but I feel bad for its community being treated like trash. And you see, you're a good person, Jeremy, because you don't play the game, but you still understand why the vast majority of players are upset and just pissed. There's a lot of players that just don't play Red Dead Online. They just play GTA Online, and they're like, why should I care about Red Dead Online? They're like, it deserves to get screwed over because it just doesn't make as much money as GTA Online. Blah blah blah. There's people with that attitude out there. So there's
About Michael, he's the only GTA protagonist did not appear online.
Yes, Michael did not appear in online.
I like how I'm petting the dog, but on Pro's screen, I'm just standing there in front of it. I am very much petting the dog, and nothing's
you're just
happening.
standing there. No, send me a friend request. Okay, well I can add you after the stream, Calum. But I can't add you right now because I would have to delete a friend, and I just don't because I'm full. 2,000 friends, and so I don't know who I would delete. I would have to think about it because I don't like typically deleting people unless I have a specific reason they did something bad or they haven't been online in over a year. But it's somebody else could probably invite you and then I could add you later. Could do that. If somebody could invite Scottish, he's his Calum. He made a super chat. He wrote his PSN.
Yeah, I'll show up for that. Calum, okay.
Yeah.
Let me, oh, you got him?
Speaking of invites, Chaz, when you get a moment, because I can't seem to figure out how to join right now.
What business would Trevor
we're
have
in
if he
a
comes
poker
back?
session thing.
Oh, you are?
Trevor would have probably some kind of, gun running business, but that's already been in the game. Toxic GTA Online players trashing Red Dead Online reminds me of Brian in the Lost and Damned, Mr. Waifu.
Brian's an idiot.
Yeah.
Are you online, Timmy?
Yeah, I forgot about the poker session thing. It's been a long time since
what's
I've
this
done this.
It's Scottish Calum.
Let me find you. I can't seem to.
Me neither.
Do I have to do it from the player list in game or?
Yeah,
yes.
It's a PS4
Franklin
game,
and Lamar
remember?
are trying to get out of the hood
Yeah.
life while Stretch is a bad influence and making them do evil things. Stretch is ruthless. Well, Stretch is ultimately trying to get them killed. Stretch is just, a traitor. He's working with the Ballas.
Oh, there's pages. Okay.
Yeah, I know. I think Chaz, were you adding a Calum?
I'm trying to get Timmy, but yeah, I will get Calum.
Okay.
I found Tim.
I thought someone else got Calum.
Who's worse, Dimitri or Claude? Dimitri, because at least Claude isn't a coward.
I'm trying to get Timmy, but the invite to session is grayed out. I don't know what to do about that.
Can you get in a free room session, Timmy, and then
we might actually not have enough room because I think these invite only
I
lobbies
was
can
gonna
only do
say
6
that,
people.
that could be what's going on.
Yeah,
if
the invite only
full,
lobbies I
full.
think can only do 6 people. That might be the problem.
Oh, because of the poker table, essentially.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Pudding cups are my only source of nourishment. Well, thank you, Mr. Frog. Thank you for
I'm
the
kind
super
of
chat.
relearning the game controls. I haven't booted up Red Dead for months.
We have 5 people in here though, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it 5 or 6?
Let me look.
There's
5.
There's 5 seats at the table, right?
I still am in a friend request.
But yeah, in the session there's 5 of us.
Are you playing poker tonight? I guess we'll see. You okay?
Yeah, fine.
Chocolate game chili, still the weirdest.
Oh, and I gotta eat 2 more stews for chocolate and chili will be a very weird combination.
You gotta keep in mind though, the chocolate of the day is not the chocolate we have today. It wasn't as sweet.
You want me to bite numb in the party?
Just straight cocoa bean, maybe.
Yeah,
Ever make the mistake of eating baking chocolate as a kid?
Yeah.
Oh, right,
Tastes disgusting.
Just a spoonful of cocoa powder and you're regretting life.
I don't know, this is a complete guess, but I think the chocolate here might be comparable to, like, say, the unsweetened, like, dark chocolate kind of flavor. Be closer to that.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Scottish.
Welcome.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, god damn it.
To the zone. Only inside. Never mind.
Let me invite you, Timmy.
Oh, that's not like him.
Voice chat settings.
Oh yeah, as a side note, Saucer, have you had any time with your coach gun?
No, just admiring it, but not taking it to the range. I think once it warms up.
Oh, like a real deal.
Yeah, because that just came across my mind, and I was just curious if you had your chance to try it out.
No, not even once.
So.
It's sad.
Professional, do you think Sopranos fan base community is split on Little Carmine from The Sopranos? Yes. Half of the community thinks that Little Carmine is an idiot, and the other half thinks that he pretended to be an idiot just so that he could mastermind the downfall of everyone.
Oh,
mastermind, he's fat.
That's way better.
No,
Okay,
we're gonna get Modern Warfare 2 is
outfit
coming
on.
out this year, but next year we're not getting another Call of Duty.
I wish they would make that the standard. Just make Call of
GTA
Duty
6 will
go
have
2
everything,
years.
all types of music. Hi, bro. Love from Pakistan. Well, thank you, Simplest Gamer. Hopefully by next Friday, I'll have my PS4 set up to join you guys. All I really need is new high mic. Haven't used party chat in years. Okay. Okay, gamer. Did I like Christopher? I think that Christopher was like a good soldier, but he was a terrible capo in The Sopranos. Have you ever watched GTA biographies? Oh, I think that I've been recommended that channel before. A lot of people tell me that I would also like the guy's channel. He does like biography videos on all the GTA characters and, you know, their past and, you know, what they do. Yeah, he's a great channel. Joe Pantoliano is a great actor. Ralph is a huge scumbag. Yeah, but do you know why Luigi didn't appear in Liberty City Stories? Because he played as Luigi in GTA 3, that same actor. The reason Luigi doesn't appear in Liberty City Stories is because there's a conflict with that voice actor where it wasn't even about money, but his problem with Rockstar was because he said that he looked bad to his kids because he voiced a gangster in like a video game, but he also played a ruthless gangster in The Sopranos, so I don't see the difference.
Wasn't that the same with Ray Liotta as well?
Ray Liotta, I think it was something else. Ray Liotta, I don't know if it was about money, but I think it was just some kind of conflict that he had with Rockstar. Like there was just, there were just things that Ray Liotta was getting pissed about and getting angry while he was recording Vice City. Sometimes Ray Liotta would be in the mood, and other times he wouldn't at all. But I feel like it was more Rockstar's fault than Ray's fault.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people don't realize this, but Tommy Vercetti was supposed to show up in San Andreas, but because of just the fact that there was a problem with Ray Liotta, he never makes an appearance.
The guy who the actor who plays Tony Soprano in Sopranos, he died like 8 years ago.
Yes, he did. James Gandolfini, he died from a heart attack.
That's too bad for the.
Yeah, he was a really good actor, and it was just really unfortunate. I've given up on Rockstar. Respect to you for trying, but I don't think you will be successful. Red Dead is well dead. Sad but true. Well, thank you, thank you, Stickler. I still, you know, want to play this game and have fun with this game, but you know, I'm hurt that this game is being abandoned. We're gonna see what kind of update this game gets, if it gets anything. I'm gonna sell my business here also.
Bye-bye.
You need to get more spies.
Did I ever
It's
tell you
all.
about the time I stowed away on a ship and ended up imprisoned by the Sultanate of Sulu?
I got like the Arthur Morgan outfit I'm
It's
wearing
adorable.
right now.
Anyway,
Oh, I see that.
time to make a sale. The
That's
buyer's
nice.
not local, but we're getting
Did you actually try to make your character look close to him?
Hey, Professional, would you prefer to
Yeah,
have a sort of an FIB
never
versus
a goal.
IAA
Go to
as
buy
a side
this.
mission from GTA 5 in the hopefully next GTA, or would I prefer the missions from GTA 4 where Nico works for the IAA agent? I mean, I don't know if they could really do something. I don't even have anything in the back of my wagon. That's weird. I don't even
pass
really...
the reins and swap it back.
Wait, what?
I'll just say, if you pass the reins and then have him swap it back, then the goods will show up on the screen.
Okay.
Well, the reason why, because I see the goods
Isn't
on
that
the
IAA and FIB conflict in the in GTA 5? So I don't know if they'll really do it again in the next GTA.
Oh, that's not my horse. All of us gotta get out of the horse.
Okay. Here we go. And thank you, Matthew.
Just like a convoy.
What are my thoughts on the illegal invasion of Ukraine? I did a charity stream on that a few weeks ago, but it's just horrible, and I think the Russian army should get out. They have no reason for being in Ukraine, and they should just leave the country of Ukraine alone.
Let's get information.
There's a horrible war that's going on. I still can't believe that it happened. I think most of us were shocked when that happened.
Crap.
Who actually expected Russia to invade? I expected them to back down.
Yeah, I literally don't, you know, I don't think most people expected them to actually invade. Like, it was just, but I'll tell you, like, the Russian media is like, it's just, do you know the Princess lore, Red Dead Redemption 2, where she, no, I don't know that lore, Imperialist, the,
Princess.
Russian media is like Russian media is like a joke. It's like it was just I remember RT. What was it? They kept saying like the same thing for like weeks, that they weren't planning on doing anything and that it was just NATO propaganda. And now then they do this. So it's like you cannot rely on RT or any of that stuff for anything. It's just pure propaganda. Basically what it is.
On that note, don't forget that after about 1 week into this special military operation that they like to call it.
Yeah, they kept denying that it's a war, and they just call it special military operation.
Well, anyways, like I said, about 1 week in though, the last independent media, it was a radio station. I forget what it was called, but they killed the last independent media in Russia.
Yeah.
There is no more independent. It's all state.
There was actually a priest in Russia that he had like written on his church blog about like the war in Ukraine, and what happened was the police actually came to his church and said to him, like, you know why we're here? And he's like, no, why? I didn't commit any crimes. And they told him that he wrote war on his like blog, and he's supposed to write like special military operation, that he can't say war. And they and he literally said to them that there's no such thing as special military operation in the Bible. It's called war. And so they fined him like I think equally to $350 or something like that, and told him that if he says war again, he'll get arrested. But this, what I'll tell you is like yeah, no, this Russia is the Russian government has constantly been saying about like NATO expansion and just all of that stuff for like years. But now what they're doing now in Ukraine, every single country that's not in NATO that was thinking about joining NATO is going to join NATO at this point, because of like just what they've done in Ukraine. Like Sweden, was it? I think it's Sweden. Norway, I think, is in NATO. Sweden, that's not in NATO, is considering it. Finland is considering it, and Moldova might join NATO as well, because Moldova might get attacked next, because Moldova is not a NATO country. So there's a bunch of new countries that might be members of NATO in the future, and that's all because and all of these countries are going to join NATO in the future because of just Russia's actions. And so what they've been saying for years, that they don't want NATO expansion, well, basically because of their aggressive actions, they're going to cause a lot of countries to join NATO. And also, like, I don't like the term when they use when they say NATO expansion, because it's countries' rights whether they want to join NATO. If a country doesn't want to join NATO, that's their choice. If they want to, that's their choice also. So I think it's up to
like the EU,
it's up to the people.
honestly.
It's up to the people. Like, I mean, for instance, yeah, just like with the EU, like Britain voted to leave the EU. They didn't want to be part of it, and that was just that. It was their choice. And just like, NATO, countries should have the right whether they want to join or not join. I don't think the Russian government really should have have the right to tell countries what they can and can't join. So that's not their business. They banned a lot of the Russian media from the internet after the invasion. Yeah, I think you're talking about YouTube. I think YouTube did that with like RT and stuff.
I think they just disabled their ad rev.
I think RT was banned in certain countries on YouTube, but I think it still can be. I think it can still be viewed, but it's just Oh, there's a few super chats. I'm sorry I didn't see the super chats earlier. I apologize, guys. Thank you, Jelly.
Well, Matt, right.
And thank you, Nut. Hey, Professional, completely agree with your opinion on GTA Plus. GTA 5 is a cash cow. Sorry if my grammar is bad, but I'm just starting to learn English. Also, my favorite game is GTA Liberty City Stories. I love Liberty City Stories, just the mafia theme to it, and just, New York in the 1990s. Thank you, Nadir. And don't worry, your English is pretty good. And thank you, Whack. You mind showing me that stat real quick for how much money your character has earned in total? I'm curious how big the number is. Well, I can't show you it on Reddit Online. Is there even like a stat thing on Reddit Online on here?
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, oh, it shows you? Where do I go? It's hang on, let me give the reins over here.
It's in
Somebody else drive here. It's in
then click on your game.
Player? It is here? Okay, there's a number here. Player?
I think it's in general stats. Yeah, it says at the top, total cash earned, I'm at 18,000.
Wait, I'm probably in the wrong page right here.
Menu, and then all the way to the right with general stats. And it'll say life stats.
Wait, so I go to
top.
player?
Yeah, click on player.
Okay, I'm on player. And
And
then
then
on
go
my
all the way
name?
to the right. Yeah. And then go all the way to general stats.
Okay, I gotta
on the right.
Move my general stats. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay. Well, you see, that's wow. The stats in this game are like broken.
Oh crap.
Yeah, the stats in this game are wrong. Character created April 19th, 2019. No, I created my character on the first day. Total cash earned. What is that number right there? Is that $2 million? It looks like $2 million to me. Total gold earned, almost 1,400 gold bars. Total cash spent. Total gold spent. Total kills. Wow, I killed 34,000. Is that players or? I think that's just NPCs.
No, that's NPCs.
Okay.
There's no Katie in this game.
Yeah, thank God there's no KD. 9 days spent in Reddit Online.
It doesn't stop certain people.
Wow, the stats are broken in this game. I didn't make my character in April of 19. I made him literally when the game first came out in 2018.
Where's that stat again?
Under player, I think.
Yeah, I'm
on player, and then click on your name, and go all the way to the right to general stats.
Yeah, I was in there. It's like.
Yeah, general stats.
Oh, there it is. 5/4/2019.
Hey, Pro, why didn't you do any
wrong.
of the Kenny Petrovic missions from GTA 4 Online? Oh, I never got around to doing them because I was waiting for a friend of mine, and he was just really busy, and we just never got around to it. But I wanted to do it with a really good close friend of mine that we used to do the Petrovic missions as kids, and so I want to still like well, we were teenagers when we did the Petrovic missions, and so I wanted to do those with him.
But it was showing.
I was saying, Mario, that
right?
YouTube, like I was saying earlier, Mario, YouTube should ban like the Chinese state media from YouTube. Like if I don't support any kind of censorship, But the reason I think YouTube should ban the Chinese state media from YouTube is because YouTube is banned in China itself. So why are the Chinese government allowed to make channels on there if if YouTube service is not allowed to be run in mainland China? YouTube should tell the Chinese government that literally you unban China, unblock YouTube in China, and if you do that, then we'll allow like these channels to be up. But if you don't, then we're gonna delete all of your channels. That's what YouTube should do. So if China's gonna keep YouTube blocked in China, then I don't see why YouTube should allow them to have like state media on like on YouTube alone. Not for any kind of censorship. Don't get me wrong, but it's like that's what the Chinese government is like. Something else. YouTube is already blocked in mainland China. What's the most evil thing Aldo has done? Probably extorting all the store owners.
Do you ever plan to do a Godfather 2 playthrough, though?
I haven't done Godfather 2, but I'll do it one day.
Godfather, where they just cut the horse head off. That was a brutal one.
Yeah. You should do a Legend stream.
Oh yeah, Ghost of Tsushima Legends, I could do that, again. If GTA Plus sells well, will Rockstar postpone GTA 6? Possibly, Mike. Thank you, Michael, for the super chat.
I highly doubt it.
GTA 6 has already been postponed because of just all the monetization from GTA Online. Please answer my question. What's your question?
I'm pretty sure they said a long time ago that they had scrapped the story like several times because the media moves so fast nowadays.
Yep. If a new DLC of GTA Online will take place 9 years after the story, maybe that. I think Michael will be like 54 at that DLC.
Like, they don't plan to do like a main game anymore. Maybe just stick like
a
DLCs.
Van Horny.
They actually say that, like a video, like Michael has white hair. Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah, I don't.
GTA 6 was delayed because of the pandemic. Be realistic. Oh, come on, man. Like, it's just like okay. Well, look, man. Here's what I'll tell you. Even before the pandemic started, the pandemic started in December of 2019 in China, but it started in the West. It started largely in February and March of 2020. So even like the very beginning of 2020, you can't tell me that's already 7 years after GTA 5, the beginning of 2020. And GTA 5 came out 5 years after GTA 4. And there was a trailer 3 years after GTA 4 came out for GTA 5. But there has not been any kind of trailer or anything. You can't tell me that come on, man. It's not because of the pandemic. And honestly, if it was because of the pandemic, then why has GTA Online released a map expansion? Why have they released like, the contract DLC? Why have they released this stuff? If it's because of, Los Santos tuners.
It's probably because like several people have left Rockstar. One of the Rockstar brothers, Laszlo, and probably several other employees, like major ones, that's really impacted. Like, how long left until...
Do you really think GTA 6 was never going to come out on last-gen consoles? Do you really think GTA 5 was going to be on 3 consoles? Come on, dude.
Yeah, that's
I did expect
Thank you, the
GTA
Wandering
5
Recess
to be on
Princess
50 consoles.
pieces for the Wandering Recess pieces for the
I could not afford to purchase the 5. I couldn't.
I would have taken a GTA 4 remaster over 3 GTA 5 remasters. Yeah, I would have preferred a GTA 4 remastered and GTA 5 expanded and enhanced.
No, I don't want that. Screw that.
I got like the Arthur Morgan outfit with the black pants.
If GTA 4 gets remastered, we know exactly who's going to get that. And I don't want that.
You talk about Grove Street Games?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, no.
Screw that.
Imagine every single time Roman called you to go bowling, the game would crash. That's what would happen if Grove Street Games remastered GTA 4.
Imagine Nico with Fortnite cartoon dogs. Oh god.
Stop. I'm gonna stop you right there. Oh, Van Horny's on us. Get out
But
of
the
here.
thing is, to do a GTA 4 remaster, they don't even really have to do much. They already have it. It's the PC version. That's GTA 4 remaster. Because the PC version of GTA 4 looks so much better. The graphics are so much better than the console version. So just literally just copy the PC version over to PS5. That's it. Just the PC graphics. And that's all you need to do, really.
Yeah. Ah, shit.
Oh!
Professional McDonald's is banned in China. Is it? I don't know,
Oh,
but
well,
it's
then
just a lot of
get
stuff
out.
is banned in
doubt
China.
it.
But
I'd be doubtful that they are
Let's
pulling
go
out
here.
of China.
When is that
there's
for?
there's just a lot of companies that would easily, like, you know, suck up to the Chinese government. Just make sure to keep that in mind.
Hamburger pizza.
What's like, why ban
There's
McDonald's,
not behind
honestly?
me.
Now McDonald's, I think, is banned. Well, I won't say banned, but they stopped operating in Russia for obvious reasons.
Last I heard, Russia is going to essentially confiscate the property that's left behind, and they're going to use it for whatever they're going to use it for.
Isn't Burger King like the only one that's still opened in Russia?
Burger King still operates in Russia?
I think so. There was one major fast food chain that just stood up and said, yeah, we're not shutting down production in Russia.
Well, that might be the one reliable food source they're going to have for a while then.
God,
What are you gonna do with that much money in gold? I'm gonna stare at the money in gold in this game that I have and just wait endlessly for an update. And
much gold bars do you have?
literally, I'll be sitting here. I'll be a senior in like so many decades, and I'll be like, okay, I'm waiting for that Red Dead Online update to be here.
Back in my day. That's probably when you're a senior, you know, decades later. That's probably when GTA 6 will have a trailer.
GTA 6 will have a trailer when that world ends the next day.
That's horrible, Mario. I never heard about that.
Where is everybody?
Oh, I made a video on the GTA Plus stuff. It's stupid.
It's stupid for current players, but not for new players.
Speaking of Dan Houser, I
Even
don't
for
think he
new
went to
players,
go
I don't
work
think they
on...
even really need it. There's so many ways for them to make money.
Who was it that
thinking
left
about it.
and started working on that game called Everywhere?
Yeah,
Who was
I
that?
honestly hope that Everywhere will be, like, Everywhere is going to be a competitor to GTA, but it's been in development for, like,
I hope
years
so.
and years, and I really hope that when they release this game, it's going to be flawless, because of how long they've been developing it. Like, I hope this game really hurts GTA, and I mean really, like, I hope it's, as a competitor, it really hurts GTA, because GTA needs a serious competitor at this point.
Oh yeah.
Everybody's tried to do it, but they've all failed.
Saints
But also,
I'll play the Call of Duty Ghost campaign, like, one day on the channel.
Well, like, Central failed anyway, sadly. Sleeping Dogs is probably my favorite one.
I'm gonna go into game chat here and play a little bit of poker.
Alright.
okay.
I'll be back in the party a little later. Okay. Play some poker here. What was it like when I first played Red Dead Online? I mean, I was hoping there'd be more stuff in the game, and I got kind of bored pretty quickly, but I will be separated from my posse. What? Why is this doing this right now? Tan tight pants. Yep. Yeah, I think my game might be glitched here. Try restart this, I guess, then. Is the max bet on poker still 20? It's five. It's $5. That's the max bet. Well, I just didn't hear about that thing in China, Mario. That was just I'm watching you since January, since I played GTA Online, and I wonder, are you Polish? I'm an American, but I'm of Polish background. My parents are from Poland. Yeah, the guy who played Polly, Tony Sick something, I forget his last name, but he did a good job. Hey, my cousin, want to go bowling? PC Hex says, oofed. Oh, huh. That's if GTA got remastered. Yeah, imagine that GTA 4 got remastered, that the game would crash every time Roman, like, Roman called you. Professional, if you escape with Lamar with Franklin, they mentioned families being in Grove Street back in the day. Oh, huh. I always did it with Trevor. Yeah, I compared it to Fallout First, Ahsoka. I called the enforcers in Watch Dogs 1 with names that would suit their positions: Viceroy bodyguards, fixers, Devastator, Pawnee militia, Pawnee captain, South Club capo. Oh. Yeah, the enforcers those guys were really tough, and it was like there was an ability that you can unlock, and that ability they will you can knock them out in one hit. Watch Dogs 1 was such a great game. I think yeah, I loved Watch Dogs 1 so much. But I never played Watch Dogs 2, but I did see gameplay of it. But like, did you guys think that like if anybody has played both Watch Dogs 1 and 2, like, do you agree with me that like Watch Dogs 1 was more darker in like the storyline, like it was more brutal, where Watch Dogs 2 was more like happy and like kind of joyful? Like, do people agree with me on that? Like, that's kind of the tone I got. I liked Watch Dogs 1's atmosphere more, like, you know, Chicago and like, you know, the dark criminal underworld and stuff like that. And so like I liked Chicago as a city in Watch Dogs 1. Like, I really liked it. Please invite me. Well, I'm gonna be doing poker, Jelly. I'm gonna be playing with random, so I can't invite anyone. But thank you for the super chat, man. Hey, Professional, I've been watching you for a long time. What are your thoughts on modded casts on GTA? I have bought modded casts just to have fun. Well, I guess you did it to have fun, but I mean, I wouldn't recommend that, because you could possibly get banned for that, and I do think it kind of takes the fun out of the game. But, you know, at this point with what's going on, I will never do money glitches, you know, ever. But, like, at this point with what's going on, you know, I really don't blame money glitchers at this point, really, because of just, you know, how scummy Rockstar is. But, thank you, Mine, for that super chat. And Mario, what do I think went wrong with Hollywood in recent years? Thank you, Starry91, for the, super chat. What do I think went wrong with Hollywood? Greed, no vision, people being way too sensitive. I think that's also a big part of, you know, movies not being like they used to be. You know, people are really sensitive these days. Have Rockstar not done a GTA 4 remaster because 6 has Liberty City? Oh no, GTA 6 is not going to be Liberty City 3, Treese. But thank you for the super chat. What I'll tell you about it is I'll give you a perfect example of what went wrong with Hollywood. Is, when I was a kid growing up, there was, like, so many historical movies. When I was, like, just history events. Like, especially, like, war movies. Like, there's a lot of really good war movies when I was, like, a kid growing up. And, like, today, they don't really make good war movies anymore. There really isn't that much. The last good war movie that I actually watched I liked was Midway. And, like, people kept saying that Midway was gonna suck, but Midway I thought was a really good movie. If you hadn't ever seen Midway, check it out, and, thank you, Starry91. Have you ever seen Midway, Mario? You're Australian, right? So, you probably know a bit about the Pacific War. But it was just, Midway was, like, Midway was a really good movie. I liked it a lot. And, what I'll say about Midway is it's not just Hollywood that has changed, but it's also the audience that has changed a lot. Because, like, the things that interest people today is not the same things that interested people when I was, like, a kid. Like, for instance, like, when I was a kid growing up, all of the teenagers liked Fast and Furious. Like, we all liked Fast and Furious when we were teenagers and kids growing up. But when I say Fast and Furious, I'm talking about the old Fast and Furious movies. Like, the old ones. That's what I'm specifically talking about. Like, the old ones, when they actually did street racing and they hijacked trucks and stuff. Kids and teenagers loved that. But then what happened was, a new generation came in, and they completely changed that. And instead, they went, like... They did, like, this crazy, like, action in, like, Fast and Furious where they went from, like, street racers to, like, you know, stopping nuclear missiles and submarines in the Arctic. Like, how did it go from that? Like, when I was a kid watching, like, the first Fast and Furious movie with, like, Toretto, like, I never imagined that this movie was gonna get to, like, a point where they were gonna be trying to stop, like, a nuclear apocalypse and, like, some submarine. Like, it was just, and, like, fighter jets that pick up cars and stuff. It's, like, so stupid. I don't like the new movies, like, just what they've done with it. It's just, like, and the thing is, though, is that it was, like, what I'll say is that a lot of the kids today like this stuff. They like this, like, ridiculous action, which I guess that's their choice. But, like, when I was a kid, we liked it when it was, like, more serious. And so, also on top of this, when I was a teenager, we loved GTA 4. We did love GTA 4. But imagine if Rockstar made another GTA game today, and they made it like GTA 4, where they made it, like, really dark and, like, brutal and, like, actually serious. Like, they didn't emphasize weaponized vehicles. They didn't have constant shootouts and action every, like, few missions. They instead focused on a dark criminal atmosphere. Do you think kids would like that today? Probably not. The kids don't like stuff like GTA 4 today. They don't like, you know, the dark criminal underworld. They don't like the serious tone in games. Instead, they prefer, like, the Saints Row crap. Like, it's just, like, all the futuristic vehicles and the non-stop action. So, it's not just, you know, Hollywood that has changed. It's not just that. It's also, like, the audience. Like, you know, people, like, people, like, the new generation, their tastes are just different in what they like. And so that's just, you know, that's to answer your question, Mario, there. But, Fast and Furious literally went from it doesn't matter if you win by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning the family while fighting terrorists. Yeah, it's just, I don't know what they were thinking with, like, the new Fast and Furious movies. Thank you, Mr. Waifu. But, you know, what I'll say about, like, my favorite movie was Midway. And the reason I liked Midway was because it was an action movie. But Midway also, like, explained, like, one of the most important battles of World War II. Because whenever people think about World War II, they most oftentimes think about Europe. But there is a major war going on in the Pacific. And so what a lot of people don't know about history is that Japan was going on a crazy conquering spree, like Imperial Japan. Like, Imperial Japan was doing horrible things. Like, they were invading so many countries. Like, Imperial Japan had invaded China in 1937. They took over South Korea, or Korea as a colony. Previously, before that, they invaded Taiwan. They invaded the Philippines. They invaded Guam, Wake, Vietnam, Burma, Malaysia, Indonesia. There was just so many lands that Japan invaded, and the Japanese army was just brutal. They were brutal, especially with the things that they did in China. And so a lot of people don't know this history. They don't know about the horrible things that Imperial Japan did. And so basically at that time, the U.S., saw what Japan was doing in like China, and this is before World War even started in Europe. And so the U.S. told Japan to stop their aggression in China, and Japan refused. And so the U.S. put an embargo on Japan because 90% of the Japanese Empire's gasoline came from America. And what happened was when America cut off their gasoline, the Japanese got really angry, and so attacked in Pearl Harbor. And that's what ended up pulling America into war. But a lot of people they don't know the history of the Pacific War, and they don't know the sacrifices that a lot of people made to defeat Imperial Japan, fascist Germany and Italy. And the world would be very different today if Japan, Germany, and Italy did, and it would be horrible. And so it just hurts me that there's a lot of kids today that don't understand the sacrifices these people made back then, so that you wouldn't live in fear and you wouldn't live under these regimes today. But that's what I liked about the Midway movie was because Midway actually showed that Midway was one of the most important battles in the Pacific. Midway was Japan's Stalingrad. That's what I would call Midway. Midway was a naval battle, not a land battle like Stalingrad. But the reason I call it Japan's Stalingrad is because Midway was the turning point in the Pacific War. What had happened was Japan was on the offensive. Japan was on the offensive just like Germany was in Europe. And after Stalingrad, Germany was on the defensive at that point. They were really never on the offensive at that point. Japan was always on the offensive until Midway. At that point, after Midway, they were on the defensive. And so it was just, what people don't understand is if Japan took Midway, if they took Midway Island, Japan could have had a staging platform to attack Hawaii. They could have possibly taken Hawaii. That's what a lot of people don't know about. So, the U.S. just destroyed their fleet, just wiped them out at Midway. And, that Japan, I think at that point, a lot of the Japanese generals realized that they were going to lose. So it broke the Japanese spirit because the Japanese Imperial Navy believed that they were the strongest. They believed that nobody could match and defeat Imperial Japan. They thought that the U.S. was weak, and so the U.S. mobilized and just destroyed them at Midway. But that battle shows that movie showed the battle really well. And I didn't know about that, Mario. But I know about the Battle of the Coral Sea. That was near Australia. But yeah, and I love that movie Midway. I thought that was the last. Midway was the last Hollywood movie that I actually liked, that I enjoyed. And so it hurts me that there's so many kids that don't even know what Midway was. They don't even know what the Battle of Midway was, and not only do they not know what it was, but they don't care. That's what hurts me so much about this. A lot of generation today is they just don't appreciate history. And it's not even, they don't even care about it oftentimes. Even if you try to talk to them about it, it's they don't care. But that's what personally, hurts me a lot. And I don't like that about, I'm not saying every kid is like that, but I'm just saying a lot of this generation, growing up, they don't appreciate history as much, and they don't care about a lot of this stuff. Are you excited for Sniper Elite 5? Oh, I'm really excited. I am, Eddie. I am really excited for it. I got good cards, but I got no community cards there. Thank you, Mario, for this. Thank you, Mario, for the super chat. It's just Hollywood should be focused on just making, good movies, and just, just focus on making good movies, historical or not historical, And, you know, don't try to put some politics into a movie, because it's just, you know, viewers, people watch from all over. And so you don't want to alienate an audience whenever you're making, like, you know, movies. But a lot of, like, you know, movies today will try to throw some type of political stuff. And I'm not talking about, you know, one side. I'm talking about both left and right. There's just, you know, a lot of, you know, politics that are just thrown around in movies today. And it's just, even in TV shows, it's like, you know, when I was a kid, you know, growing up, we had, like, you know, movies and TV shows, but you know, there was never really any kind of, like, you know, political meaning to it. And, that has changed today a lot. Thank you, Steri, for the super chat. Oh, and thank you, Bunny. When I was in high school, my history teacher played Pearl Harbor by Michael Bay to my class. Thank you, Bunny, for the super chat. I'll talk about that in one moment. And Gamer, all right, Pro, gonna head out for the night. Wishing for good hand for your poker session. Appreciate what you do and respect. Good night, Pro and chat. I'll see you, Gamer. Thank you for the super chat. About Pearl Harbor I'll tell you something, like, Pearl Harbor is a perfect example of that type of, like, modern Hollywood movie that I was talking about. Like, Pearl Harbor is a little bit of an older movie, but it's still, like, you know, it can be compared to today on, like, a lot of the stuff that, because I think Pearl Harbor is a pretty bad movie. I don't think it's really a good movie. I think the Pearl Harbor movie, I think, has some good scenes. Like, when they show, like, the Japanese planning on the attack of Pearl Harbor and they show the battle itself, I think that part of the movie was, like, good. But I think the reason the Pearl Harbor movie sucked, in my opinion, was because of the romance. I think the romance made the movie, like, really bad. Because what had happened was, like, half of the movie of Pearl Harbor was, like, two guys arguing over, you know, this girl that they both wanted to marry. That was basically, like, half of the plot for, like, Pearl Harbor. And I'm, like, literally, like, you go to see a movie about Pearl Harbor, you don't expect to see some kind of romance or something like that. You want to see a movie that's detailing, like, the Battle of Pearl Harbor. But instead, like, Hollywood throws in the romance because they think that that's automatically going to get more views. And so that's why I didn't like that movie, Pearl Harbor. Midway had a few romantic moments in it also, but the characters were based on real people. And so, you know, that was fine. But, like, in Pearl Harbor, they just, a lot of the romance was just unnecessary. I just didn't like it. And I didn't think that they needed to have that in there, personally. Hey, congratulations on hitting 1 million. God bless, man. Well, thank you, JD Heat. But yeah, it's just, so many kids today, they just don't know what, like, they don't know what, like, Midway was. They don't know what the Battle of Stalingrad was. They don't know, like, a lot of history stuff. And it's just, like, I'm not saying that people need to be history buffs. That's not what I'm saying at all. Like, but I'm saying, like, at least know what the Battle of Midway was. Like, you don't even have to know exactly everything about the battle, but at least know that it was the turning point in the Pacific War. At least know that. But it's just unfortunate that there's so many kids that, like, you know, don't care or they don't want to know, and it's just, you know, and just these, you know, people, you know, heroes back then, you know, fought to stop Japan. They fought to stop Germany. They fought to stop Italy just so that we could live in a better world. Because I'll tell you, if Japan controlled, like, Asia today, it would be really bad. Japan is a very different country today than what the government, especially, is very different than what it was back then. Like, Japan's government during World War II was almost like North Korea's government, where they saw their emperor as a god, and so they treated prisoners of war just horribly. You know, prisoners of war were treated horrifically. The Japanese were very brutal in the territories that they occupied, and, you know, Germany and Italy had won. That would have been really horrible in Europe as well. But, you know, these heroes stood up to that and stopped them. And, Unbroken was a good movie. It shows how Japan treated POWs. Yeah, Unbroken was a good movie as well. It was, there aren't that many, you know, good war movies today anymore, but Unbroken was a good one as well. Have you seen the movie The Interview? Yes, I have. I have seen The Interview. That's the movie where they assassinate Kim Jong-un. I've seen that one. Let's see if I get any good cards here. I don't got anything to match. Constantly, nothing.
Good evening.
Well, I do have a heart there, so I have that. I'm gonna increase my bet here.
Soldering on. Damn the misery.
Professional, why is the Midwest like Detroit, Indiana, Chicago so bad? And why are so many abandoned homes and buildings and poverty? I don't know what your, okay, let's see what got here. Yes, I won. Finally. I don't know what you mean, though. There's poverty everywhere. Like, where I grew up, I grew up in New York City. There's plenty of poverty in New York City. So there's poverty all over the place. But if you're talking about Detroit has, like, you know, those abandoned neighborhoods. I don't know much about Detroit, so I can't really answer your question on that. I know that Detroit used to be like an auto manufacturing giant in the U.S., but, you know, ever since the auto business wasn't as big there anymore, the economy of Detroit didn't do well, and, you know, you had things like that happen, unfortunately. But, like, you know, where I live in the Midwest, like, you know, my region, like, you know, here, there isn't that much, there is poverty, but, you know, it's not like what you're describing. You know, I don't know about Chicago and those places, but, where I live, it is pretty nice. There's poverty everywhere. Do you think World at War is the best game in showing World War II? I think World at War is, probably the, World at War is probably the best World War II game, yes. I've heard the makers of Fast and Furious are making a Saints Row movie, and it would probably suck, just like the new Fast and Furious movies. Thank you, Zenity, for the super chat. Oh, this is just a cowboy hat that I've had for like 2 years. Oh, I got a pair. Finally, I got a pair. Hacksaw Ridge I haven't seen, but I know about that movie as well. See. Oversimplified history. Yeah, I think I know that that channel. But, yeah, this last thing I'll say about, like, you know, Midway is, I'm a big history guy, and so it, I guess I'll go in here, we'll see what I get. It just, it bothers me that there's, you know, so many kids that, you know, don't know history about, like, oh, Pair of Kings, oh, he's got it with that. It just bothers me there's so many people that don't know history that well and don't know about the sacrifices that a lot of our heroes made. And like, if the Axis had won like World War II, like, you know, if Japan, Germany, and Italy had won the war, you know, a lot of people today probably that are alive probably would not be alive today. And not only that, but if people that would be alive today would be living under absolute terror every day if the Axis had won. And that's why, you know, it's such an important part of history to learn about that and just, you know, learn about the evil that was stopped and defeated. But yeah, kids should know at least what the Battle of Midway was. That's what they should know about. But Forrest Gump was a movie from the mid-1990s. It's, you know, they don't make movies like that really anymore today. Did Rockstar or Sony fix the issue where if you change your PSN username, you won't lose everything on GTA Online? I'm not sure. I never heard about that, Soviet Union. I never heard about that issue specifically. I mean, I guess maybe you could say Vic Vance was a drug lord. Maybe he was more of a supplier. Yeah, I've seen that as well, Bunny. I don't know what that's about. That's like, it's just weird, weird bot comments. The reason why kids nowadays don't know is simply because they don't care. As someone who grew up in the 2000s, I can tell you most kids simply don't care at all about history, and that's very unfortunate. Increase a bet here. I wonder if Take-Two could be responsible for Rockstar's terrible decisions. Well, thank you. I'm me or you. But I think Take-Two Interactive definitely has a role, but we don't know exactly how much that role is. Yes. Got it. Nice work. Look at that. Nice. About the interview movie, my dad was with Seth Rogen that night, the director's party. My dad works in the movie industry. He gives food to the cast and crews of the movies. Yeah, it's a shame that movie never made that movie had basically North Korea had basically threatened Hollywood to not release that movie because the interview that movie, the parody of Kim Jong-un, that movie was that movie, the directors of the movie had gotten death threats, and there was like hacks that went on. It was like really suspicious, and they threatened to kill them if they released the movie. And it was that North Korea denied that, but it was obvious that they were the ones who were doing it. And so the directors never released the movie, but they did release it for like digital. So it never went to theaters. So North Korea had gotten their way with the interview. I mean, I think it was an okay movie. It was, but it was like, with the interview, it was that, the point was that North Korea had gotten the movie canceled. And so, basically, Hollywood just gave in to North Korea's threats. And just, didn't release the movie in theaters. They shouldn't have done that. They shouldn't have given in to North Korea's threats. Which is better, GTA San Andreas or GTA 4? I think San Andreas is the best map, but I think GTA 4 is the best story. Well, I really don't want to answer any political questions, Mario. I try to stay away from those. I wasn't betting that much money, so it was fine. I wasn't gonna fold there. Have I watched Boys in the Hood? Yes, I did. I watched that movie some time ago. I should watch Boys in the Hood again. I watched that movie when I was a teenager. I do remember that movie. That movie inspired San Andreas a lot. People don't know that. Boys in the Hood did inspire San Andreas a lot. I haven't heard of those movies, Mario. Damn, I don't have any pairs, nothing. No pairs, nothing. I'll do a Red Dead 1 playthrough one day, I will. Oh, he's gonna win. Yeah, he won. Hmm. Am I gonna play Elden Ring? Maybe. I don't, if I have time. I think Vice City Stories had a lot of good character development for Vic. Favorite Western and favorite John Wayne movie? I haven't actually seen that many Westerns. Yeah, I probably wouldn't be able to tell you. I'm sorry, Winner. I haven't seen that many Westerns, but I will tell you about Clint Eastwood, because I know he played in a lot of Westerns. I'll tell you, Clint Eastwood's movie Gran Torino is like one of my favorite movies, and Gran Torino I highly recommend that people watch, because Gran Torino shows a lot of problems that even exist in society today, and just shows like a lot of modern problems. I thought Gran Torino did like a really good job in that movie, and that was like it was just I think that movie was like one of the best movies I've ever seen. Yeah, Gran Torino was a amazing movie. Let's see, I want to win one more good hand against these guys. Duggan Shipments, I'm trying to remember which one is that. That's the one where it takes out their armors, right? Damn, I have no... I'll just check because I'm not losing anything else here. But I have no pairs, nothing. I think Rockstar is worse than Ubisoft at this point, yeah. You're right. Well, lost that hand.
Yes, indeed. I should have eaten a proper meal today.
Have you ever watched the movie Gran Torino, Mario, or Pro, are you an agnostic? Yes, I am. Watch the movie Gran Torino, Mario, and tell me what you think of it if you ever have the chance, because I think you would like that movie. But it's, Gran Torino is a movie in 2008, Clint Eastwood made it. I think Gran Torino is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's a really good movie, and, this hand is okay, yeah. Oh yeah, I watched The Sopranos. I watched a lot of episodes of it. No, I haven't ever watched Dunkirk. What did I think of Samuel L. Jackson's performance as Frank Tenpenny? He did a really good job. Really, really good job. Okay, now I'm gonna take their money here. Should win this hand. There we go. Look at that. Ha! Nice, did a good job. I have the most money here. Gonna leave now. When you're winning in the casino, you walk away. No, I haven't taken a look at it yet, Patrick. I will, I promise. I've recently started watching the Black Lagoon dub. The arc where the Lagoon Company fights the idiotic fake Germans was a great one. Funny and deep. Thank you for the super chat, Mr. Waifu. And yeah, I think the English dub for Black Lagoon is better than the Japanese sub. No, I haven't seen Boba Fett yet. But anyone who hasn't seen Gran Torino, go and see that movie. I would highly recommend it, because Gran Torino just shows a lot of problems in society that still exist today, and it's just, you know, that movie has a bit of life lessons in it, too. Oh, it is, Patrick. I will take a look at it. Remember the video you made last December? What video, Jeremy? You have to tell me which one exactly. And I'll be wrapping up the stream here. I'll still stick around and answer a few questions before I go. So if anyone wants to ask me anything, just ask me down below. Gran Torino was a great movie. Yes, it was, Nathan. And if you guys enjoyed the stream, do drop a like on it. It does help the channel out a lot. Why didn't they allow PC players to get GTA Plus? Oh, it's not for PC players, though. Oh, right, it's for PS5 and Xbox Series. I guess it's to promote the new GTA 5. How much did all the GTA 5 cosplays cost so far? Sorry. Sometimes it could get a little expensive. The most expensive cosplay that I wore so far was the Michael Special Forces cosplay on the you know, the window one where he comes in for the IAA building. That one was the most expensive one that I wore so far. That one cost the mask, yeah, the mask and the suit and everything together. That was a few $100, I think. It was, yeah. It was the vest I've had for some time. So that vest, when I bought it a long time ago, but then I had the suit and the mask. Yeah, I think I spent like a little bit over $100 on that outfit. So that was just for one video, but I still want it to be as authentic as possible in my cosplay. No, I've never seen Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. I should. I've seen clips of them, but I've seen a few episodes of Better Call Saul, but I didn't really watch it. I'm sorry for repeating myself in the super chat. Don't worry about it, Eric. It's fine, man. Is it worth a transition to the PS5? No, not right now. I would wait for a discount personally. Thank you, Carlos. No, I don't know what that is, King. Hey, Wolfsbane. My logo? You mean my avatar? Probably not. I like my avatar. So I guess I'll be wrapping up the stream here, guys. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you guys did enjoy my stream. So I guess we will wrap it up here now. And what's for dinner? I don't know. I guess I'll see what's in the fridge. I might cook some filet fish. Well, thank you, Crest. Thanks, man. Thanks, Pro, for the stream. No problem, man. I'll see you then. I've seen the GTA 4 wiki. What a gem they left in the dirt. Yep, GTA 4 was one of the best GTA games of all time. Thank you, man, for the comment. So I'll see you guys. And Mario, if you're still here, check out Gran Torino. Anyone who else hasn't seen Gran Torino, check out that movie. It's a really good one. 2008 movie, but I think a lot of people really enjoy it today. Thank you guys for thank you everybody for watching, and I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. And sorry if I wasn't in the best mood today. I was just pissed off about GTA, but it's I'll do the next stream next week earlier. I was planning on making this stream early. This stream was supposed to be earlier for me. It was. I was gonna make this stream earlier, but because of the GTA Plus thing, I was making a video on that, so this one took me a little bit more time. And but thank you guys for watching. So I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care, everyone, and have a wonderful weekend, guys. See ya.